1, 2, 3, 4. What's up, besties? Welcome back to another episode of IEM Besties. Woo-hoo. I'm Stephanie.
What's Gucci? I'm Isis. And today we have very, very, very special guests. I would say the one, but there's two.
Oh.
The ones?
The
ones. Twos? The onlys?
The 1-2s, baby.
The 1 and 2s. Ruben E. Allen.
Hi. Hi, besties. Did you guys call them besties?
Yes.
Oh my God. Hi, besties and the IEs. Woo-hoo. Love that. I'm excited to be here, guys.
We're so excited to have you guys.
Thank you for having us.
You guys are both hot. Both. Ooh. I see curly hair.
Yeah. I know. Only curly hair bitches today.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We're bonded even more.
Yeah. I'm sorry if you have straight hair watching this episode. Thank you, but next. Not raw alienating like 90%. Everybody has.
This is a wig. I'm like, guys, calm down.
I'm all shit. Finally.
I'm like, get comfortable. Fuck it.
Oh my God. They told me to buy a wig before I came.
Oh my God, I can't. Well, we're here with the baddest. The baddest. A continuation of the baddest.
Yeah,
We're so excited to have you guys here. Honestly, thank you for making the trip.
Of course.
Yeah. So to start off our episode, we have a segment that we've been trying to be consistent with.
Okay.
Rose, bud, thorn.
Okay.
So rose is like something that's like great, positive, like a highlight. A bud is something that maybe you had a challenge with, or like
something you're working
on. And then thorn, like a something that like bad. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Not bad, but like still.
Maybe
it doesn't
like a
have
best.
to be bad. Yeah, but
it
it's like,
bad.
This wasn't great.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. It was a challenge. It was an obstacle. It wasn't a rose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a rose?
Yeah, I do have a rose. I went to San Diego this weekend.
Oh my God, cute.
Yeah, with my man. But when we were leaving, so I guess Comic-Con was on this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. So it was packed, and the hotel we stayed at was like down the street from Comic-Con. And so they were giving little goodie bags. They were like, here for Comic-Con. And we were like, what the fuck? And it had a bunch of just like candies and Gatorades and stuff. And when we were leaving, there was a homeless guy. And I was like, give him the Gatorade. Like, just give him something. And so we gave him the Gatorade, and he literally was like, you have no idea how much of a blessing this is. And I started to cry. And it made my weekend. So I feel like that's my rose.
I love that.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
That's really beautiful. Yeah.
What's
I love
yours?
that. Mine is it was my niece's birthday, so I went to her birthday party on Saturday, and we got turned. But I have a bud connected to that, but I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my rose, I'll have to say my rose is with you guys because you guys are our first podcast. They're breaking our podcast cherries, guys.
Y'all heard that? Cherry's been popped.
I'm like, after this, like, we don't talk anymore.
I'm like, actually hate them.
I'm on my first and my last. No, but it's exciting. I love it. We're just gonna kiki with you guys. Yes. I'm just gonna hang out with them. I'm excited to see how this podcast turns out. It doesn't go up.
I'm like, well, guess you'll never know.
I guess my rose will have to be this weekend. We went to my brother-in-law's housewarming, and full circle, I was the one to sell them their house. So that was amazing.
Oh, love.
Don't you love that?
I do love that. I love to see what my clients do to their home after I give them the keys or whatnot. So it was a really good experience. I really loved it.
Yeah, and they transformed their home. I walked in, it looked like a model home. I was like, oh my God. Like, they really did that. I was like, oh, damn.
I hate walking into people's houses like that because I'm like, this should be on Disney Channel. Like, this is not even real.
Literally.
Very much
because
that.
you know how when you go into a home, it's all empty. It's all white walls. And then when somebody remodels or whatever they do to it, it's just like, wow, this is like a model home for real.
Everything looks staged, but it was so perfect, and it's so very much like them, very homey. Yeah. And I'm just so proud of him. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Do you feel like, as a realtor, like, does the connection with your clients stay even after you sell them the house?
Yes. So very much that. I build a rapport with my clients. So I let them know that I'm here not just for the sale of the home, but after. Because I obviously have connections for, roofing, for cleaning services, for pipe, whatever it is that you need, like, I'm still there. I'm still that contact, you know? So it's not just, okay, I sold the house, here's your keys, and I'm out. It's never that.
Oh, okay, cool. And then it's more special because it's your brother-in-law.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's awesome.
I heard that, besties. A full, complete wraparound services. Don't play. Y'all house is dirty. He got you. The roof is falling off. He got you. Fuck it. The roof is too bad. You need a new house.
I got you. Exactly.
He's just like sending me out there.
He's all putting in a hot little suit.
I put my little maid outfit on.
You need a cook? I got it. A dishwasher? I got it.
Hey, it's giving full service.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Okay, bud.
My bud. Ooh. Okay, you go first because I feel like.
So my bud is that I did go to my fucking niece's party and I bought a fucking bottle and I took like 10 fucking shots, had 2 little drinks, was sober as fuck.
Oh my god, that's like racist at this point.
It's racist as fuck. And it was on Julio, so I don't want to say nothing, you know, but it was discriminating against me. It was discriminating against me.
Oh no.
Was it not enough
I'm gonna
shots?
pop out the bottle right now. I'll get you drunk.
I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, just like give me my rose. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I also ate like I hadn't ate all day, and then I sat down and ate like maybe an hour, like around like 6-ish.
Okay.
And then I started drinking like after that, but I'm like, fuck, okay, my food digest. And I served myself 2 little plates of like pasta, but it was like little ones with little breadsticks. And I'm like, is that it?
That's not enough for you to keep you sober. There's no way.
I'm telling you, minimum 10 shots. 10 shots, and at least I had 2 little, like a cooler and then like some other dumb bullshit.
They watered your shit
I was gonna
down.
say they probably watered it.
I
Where'd
don't
you
know
buy
what
it at?
happened. I don't know, but I didn't book Great Spirits bartender. So all I know is it was me. I was me. But it was just straight shots.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so
I would have been blacked out, mama. I would have been like.
that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And they were like, "Oh, are you gonna stay and sleep over?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." You know what? Fuck. Let me pour another shot. It was like 2:30. I'm like, "Let's go home."
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Yeah, no. Do you have a bud now?
My bud, I would have to say is I feel like I've been very organized in certain things in my life, but I cannot for the life of me get my room together. So I feel like that's my bud. I'm really trying to work on like taking out all, because I feel like there's no space for new clothes because I haven't taken out the old ones.
Yeah.
So I want to work on like just taking out all the old that it does not serve me anymore. But for some reason, my room is just chaos, and I almost kind of like it.
Okay.
Yeah. Organized chaos.
I was gonna say that's a thing. Like, there's some people that are like super like cookie cutter, and then there's some people that like organized chaos.
Yeah.
But I'm neither. I'm just chaos. So I just want to get it in order and be like, okay, this goes here, this goes there. Because I'm literally like, I saw this here the other day, and then I'll start moving everything around, and it's nowhere to be found. So that's my bud.
Damn.
Okay.
That was me. This with the lip sharpener earlier this morning. So I had to do a big ass fucking lip sharpener. I got it worked out. Yeah. It happens.
I feel that.
How about you guys? What's your bud?
I was gonna say, kind of going off of like what you said, like organization skills. I feel like I've been like, I love to film content, but I hate editing that shit. Like, so like I feel like because we are leaving town like later on this week, I'm like, why did I wait till like the week that I have everything jam packed to try to like start editing videos? Like I had all last week. Like, why are you waiting till now? So trying to get better at not procrastinating and doing something today that I thank myself tomorrow, bitch. Because I am notorious for being a procrastinator, and I was like, maybe it's just genetics. Maybe I'm just born like that. Yeah. There's nothing I can fix. It's just
It's
who I
because
am. But he is so like on top of like everything. We're
Really?
like polar opposites. I'm
Wait,
like,
what sign
girl.
are you?
I'm a Gemini.
Gemini? Oh, wait. When's your birthday?
June.
Wait,
2nd.
June 2nd? Oh my God. And you just had a birthday too, no?
July 6th, baby.
Not June, July.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are a month and like 2 days apart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that still Gemini?
I'm a Cancer.
Oh, okay.
Cancer, body built like a dancer.
Mm.
Oh, that's right.
But you know what's so crazy? I'm all like taking the attention. I'm all like, no, what's so crazy and is that all of my life, like all the people that I have like I've had like fallouts with or like bullied or whatever have been Geminis except for him. Like that's so crazy.
We have a fallout next week.
You're like, don't talk anymore.
Actually, I needed to talk to you.
Can I talk to you off camera?
Hey, yo, cut the cameras.
We come back as just one.
We have the baddest. But yeah, it came like full circle moment. So I felt like he replaced all of those bad moments that I've had with Gemini. So he kind of like persuaded like not all of them are bad. Not that I'm all like astrological or anything like that, but it's crazy how it came full circle moment that I married a Gemini.
Damn.
No, but people always say that because I was telling him a while ago, like, when I say I'm a Gemini, people always look at me a certain way. I'm like, oh, you're a Gemini. And I'm like, well, I don't feel like I'm a Gemini.
Right.
I don't know.
Like, I'm just me.
Literally, I just don't like the fact that people judge me by my sign.
Yeah.
In a sense, like I like for people to like get to know me as a person, rather than, oh, you're a Gemini, so you're one of those.
You're
Which
right.
who knows if what is one of those, you know?
Yeah.
So I just don't like that.
Geminis are discriminated against. I can understand that because I'm an Aries.
Yeah.
So I feel like people always want to talk shit. I remember when they asked Lizzo, like, Lizzo, did you actually know? Because, there's two, I'm not going to go too much into details, but there's like two types of astrologies. And I guess she's like a Taurus in one. And then they're like, well, did you know that you're actually an Aries? She's like, fuck that. I don't ever want to be an Aries. Aries, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, this slander needs to stop.
Period.
Because she might be right, but she could also be right. But not all Geminis are chaotic.
Yeah.
No.
But I feel like some people want to blame like their bad habits on like, oh, it's because I'm a Gemini. It's like, bitch, no, you're just a shitty person.
Right.
Like,
Literally.
like stop it.
Right.
Like, you could fix that, girl. Like,
Right. The stars and the moons did not align for you to be that bitch. You could have been that bitch, but not that bitch.
Not a bitch.
Not a bitch.
You a mad bitch, honey. You a mad bitch.
Exactly. Yeah. But so free the Geminis from their bad rep.
Yes.
Please. Yes.
And the Cancers. Nobody talks shit about us.
No, everybody's like Cancers. You're emotional. You're sweet.
Yeah.
Cancel them too.
Well, they got it wrong, guys. Okay, I'm not emotional. I start crying.
Ruben, what's your bud?
What's my bud? I guess recently it's like a struggle, right? Like something that we don't accomplish.
Something to improve.
I guess is time balancing or time management. I feel like in our careers now, it's just trying to balance our time with either family, events, work, and content and filming, and it's just trying to get to a point or a schedule where everything aligns, because we're like, okay, here, we're there, we're back and forth from LA to here with family. So time management, I feel like we've been struggling with.
Yeah,
very much that.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I feel like especially like because getting to LA is such a struggle, especially like where we live.
Yes.
That because I have a lot of friends who are like, you never come out here, you don't want to come, and I'm like, I have to cross like 4 freeway intersections. Like it's really hard for me to get over this. It's gonna take me like an hour and a half. Like it's just too much. I can imagine like having all these like things to do and still needing to go and come back from LA.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I understand that.
Yeah. And luckily we have family in LA, so if we wanted to stay, we could stay. But we have our dogs at home, so we have to be good parents and go home, you know?
Yeah.
So it's always a struggle going to LA. But we love LA. We will never live in LA, but
I know. Sometimes I'm like, how the hell did I grow up here for like 25 years? Like, that's wild to me.
So you lived in LA and then you moved out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Both of you?
yeah. Well, long story. We talked
You
about
missed it. You missed
You should have been here on time.
I'm getting called out right now. Can I talk to you on camera? Hey, just one. I'm like, damn, hey, I'm Latina. Didn't we talk about time management?
it. I'm gonna rewind, please.
I'm like, wait, so you're from LA too? Or?
Yeah, so we were both from Pico. And
Pico.
he stood there along most of his life, and I moved to the IE when I was very young.
Oh, damn.
So you're from the IE, sorry.
So now I'm from the IE, yeah. But I was born and
How old were you when you moved to the IE?
I must have been like maybe like 8.
Yeah, you're from the IE.
So yeah. So
you could do a little both, but you're raised in the IE, I would say, because I feel like after 8, like your formative years, it's like here. But I get what you're saying. You're like, this is also my home too, though.
Exactly, yeah. Because
Right.
long story short, we actually lived like 2 blocks away from each other.
Yes.
Wait, so you guys knew each other since then?
No.
That is, isn't that you and Rex?
Yeah, it's like
Her and
Rex
her
I.
husband too.
Yeah, like in our home country, like in Honduras.
Uh-huh.
He's like literally like 5 minutes away from my mom's house.
Us.
Like I could have walked to his house as a kid.
Literally.
That
That's
is
like-
insane.
that's wild, huh?
I love that.
Yeah, it's like you guys are meant to cross.
No, literally that, because we went to the same 7-Eleven. Him and my brother, me and my brother-in-law, his older brother, went to the same school without us even knowing. We went to the same park. We did a lot of stuff while I was at a young age while I was out there. And then I got moved out here. And then when we met, I would go visit him from the IE. It took me like over an hour to go visit him. And I'm like, wait, I used to live here. And then
Yeah. Oh my
That's
God.
wild.
The red string theory. Have you guys heard of it?
I've heard of that. I've heard of that.
It's just like pretty much like you're connected to people, like you cross paths in random places, and at the end of the day, like you guys connect in some form.
Yep.
Oh my God.
It's like meant to be,
yes.
Wow.
essentially.
That's crazy.
Cute. Now you guys being meant to be.
I know. That's wild.
It is wild, but now we're here 7 years later.
Wait, so then how the heck did you guys meet?
One time I was on Grindr. No, I'm just kidding. No,
It's like JK unless.
unless they want to sponsor this video. No.
Hey, we're LGBTQ plus.
It's crazy because I was having lunch in Anaheim. There's like a spot that I like to go to. When I met him, I was vegetarian, and Anaheim has a lot of vegetarian friendly places. And he was at Disneyland, so we're both on a dating app, and we just crossed paths, and that's how we clicked.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's how we connected.
And then he was just constantly like, you know, when you're on dating apps, it's like, ugh, the same thing. He was the only one that like really caught my eye because I'm very like, so you guys know I'm a talker, so he kept the conversation going. Like I will send a paragraph, he'll send a paragraph, like very much that. And that's kind of like what caught me, that differentiated him from the other guys, all the other 200 guys.
Not unless. Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been together?
For
7 years.
7 years.
Going on 8 years. No?
Going on 8 years, yeah.
Do you guys have the 7-year itch?
What's that?
Like crabs? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like,
Yeah, currently no. But
I think I had that back at the 6 years.
I think I got the shot for that. No, they say like the 7-year itch. Like after you've been with someone for like 7 years, that suddenly it's like you kind of want to like break up, find new things. They just say, I don't know, it's just like something they say it happens like in the 3-year and 7-year. Maybe it's like 7 years when you're married though.
me
Because
divorced in 7 years.
hey, statistics don't lie, you know? But that's what they say, like the 3rd year and the 7th year, they say like that's when they have like that 7-year itch. But I don't know, because you guys are married. How long have you guys been married for?
Going on 3 years.
3 years? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I feel like we're not like other couples. Just kidding, don't pick me. No, we're very like, I feel like we did our relationship backwards. Like the beginning of a relationship was really rocky. And I think like now we're like in our honeymoon phase where we're like, nothing's like so unbothered. Like people don't get in our heads. Like this very much that. Like because he came out of, I'm not telling your story. He came out of a relationship where he was very dominant. And I came out of a relationship where I was very like, I like to do stuff for people. So when you have two of those people and they come together, it's very like,
Oh, really?
almost like love bombing where we're like, let me one up you. And it's very like, learn to like take your bra off, girl, let your hair down, let me take care of you. And it's very much that. So now we got over all of that rockiness. And I want to say around like the 4-year mark is like where we got married and everything's just going like up from there.
Yeah,
So I feel like we did it backwards.
Yeah,
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's nice, especially how you said like you guys are in the honeymoon, like you guys are 7 years in, and for you to say like, oh, we're in the honeymoon phase, like that's amazing. Because to me, I am like, oh, like it shouldn't be that hard in the beginning, but like I also feel like if you overcome hard things, then like you just come together, and you're still coming together. Like it's just so much love that you see like how the hardship and your love grows even more, as opposed to where it's like good, kind of bad, and then it just kind of like breaks the trust almost a little bit, and then it's hard to get back into that really in love phase.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I do think that is hard. Yeah.
Any relationship is hard, but I feel like we got through the worst at the very beginning of our relationship, and now it's just like you said, honeymoon. Like nothing can phase us. Like we've been through that, done that, and now we're just going on bigger and better things. Like obviously, like jealousy is not in the picture. Like obviously, like we know what we have, and
Right.
Like I feel like yes, there always will be like someone that may you find attractive, but I feel like I'm attracted to Ruben's qualities. Like like he's seen me at like my darkest and showed up for me when nobody else showed up for me, and even before we were even married, like we went through some of the hardest times by myself and vice versa. And to show up for somebody like that before you even married, a lot of people be like, "Oh, I'm clocked out, baby. Like that's too much. This is not what I signed up for." And we learned in our relationship too that you're never going to be the same person that you when you first met. You have to grow and learn to evolve with the person. And when you find that person, hold on to them, because if you can overcome that, everything else in life is a breeze, bitch. Like I promise you that.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
I'll give you relationship advice.
I know I'm all your therapist. It's like I.e. in therapy.
Therapies. No. Okay. Our thorn. I'm like, because I love this conversation. I'm like, we suck at trying to finish these. We'll start with Rose, and then we're watching the episode. I'm like, so fuck the bud, fuck the thorn. I'm like, damn. Okay, thorn. Do you have a thorn?
My thorn is, holy shit. Okay, let me think.
If you don't have a thorn too,
But I didn't have a thorn last. You know what? I've honestly been having pretty good weeks. I think my thorn is that I have a tendency of when things are going really good, I'm like, damn, I wonder what's gonna fuck all this up.
Stop.
Yeah, so I feel like that's my thorn. That no matter how good something is, I'm always like, well, something's gonna come in and ruin it, and I feel like it doesn't really allow me to enjoy the moment fully, and I hate that. So that's my thorn.
Okay.
Wow, that's so crazy because we were just having a conversation on that.
Literally.
Really?
That's why I was like, shut up, girl. Like, because, no, I'm like, literally, shut up. No, because, like, I was literally having a conversation with him, like, when my life is going so good, and it's like, I just wait for, like, the thunder to come through. Like, when is it gonna, like, why am I always waiting for something bad to happen? Like, why don't we allow ourselves to ride the wave when it's good?
Yes.
So I feel like that's something I really want to, like, work on. It's like when the good times are good, ride that wave, baby, as long as it comes.
100%.
Yeah, but that's wild that you said that.
Yeah, it's because I think like I'm feeling extremely in love. I posted my man on my feed for the first time.
Wait, I'm out. Wait, let me go see.
With the receipt.
I know, and I told him, I was like, I'm so nervous to do this. I don't know why. Who cares? And I think someone commented like, "Oh, I give it a year" or something like that. And I was like, on the post, yeah.
Go comment. I give it a lifetime.
Literally, I give it engagement. We're all one up with each other in the comments.
Yeah, but it didn't bother me, but it was like also like I feel like it was the first moment where I was like, you know what, like even if it is just a year, like I feel like it's gonna be the best year ever, and that's okay. And I was like, man, like I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at being like, well, if it is a year, then I'm not gonna sit here and think what's gonna fuck it up, what's gonna fuck it up. I'm just like, this is good, so let me just fully indulge in it while I have it right now. Like I don't know if it's gonna be forever, but I have it right now, and it's good enough right now.
Ride the wave, baby.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my God. It's because when you are like connecting with something, like it's gonna appear everywhere you go.
Yeah.
So wait, so this is a fresh relationship?
Yeah, we've been. That's why we went to San Diego. We were celebrating like 6 months.
Oh, congrats.
6 months is 6 months, girl.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's 2 weeks.
Some motherfuckers don't even make it to the 1 month. Let's be real.
Or the second date.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not a believer in situationships. Just personally, like I'm like either we're gonna date seriously or like I'm not gonna play these games. So it did feel very serious on the like right away. But like it's been pretty great. He's really, really great. So
I love that.
I'm happy
Congrats.
for
And I'm
you.
wishing you a lifetime. Imagine.
I'm like, fuck you.
A lifetime of happiness.
I can't believe people really commented that. I'm like in shock. Like some people are haters. Do you guys get comments like that?
I don't know.
Not anymore.
No?
No. Because we already had been in a long relationship before we were on social media.
Okay.
So we get other comments, but not like you're
Like-
gonna break up or anything like that.
Okay.
Like what?
Like, are you looking for a third?
Oh my
That's
God.
Dang.
Literally.
Descarado.
Literally, I'm like, maybe how much money do you got?
Like the amount of times that we get that, even out in public, girl. Like, yeah, it's wild. I'm like, depending how, what's your bank look like? Not just,
I know. I was gonna say we're looking for a third income.
Literally.
especially with this inflation.
Right. The economy's not hitting like it used to.
Literally.
Oh my God. I can't believe people ask you guys that in person.
How do you like navigate it afterwards?
I feel like because we're so unbothered and so open, like we're not gonna be like, oh, because I don't ever want to be like, if that's your thing, that's cool, but that's not our thing right now.
Right now.
Well, with
You're like,
auditioning,
not right now, but I will pin this for later.
but I feel like we just, we're like, oh no, we're not interested in that. Like most of the time, they're really respectful. They're not like pushy. Like, oh, how do you know unless you try it? Like, blah 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 blah. And I was like, just girl, nobody has ever been like pushy with us. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very respectful.
Yeah, I feel like because we're always joking around that people feel like we are, but I'm like, no, girl, like,
Yeah.
we're not sharing. Nah.
It's like, my man, my man, my man.
Exactly.
Period.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. My thorn, I feel like I don't have a thorn.
That's good.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have a thorn.
Okay,
you know?
remind me what a thorn is.
Thorn is like something bad or like a challenge
Challenge
or
in your
like
life.
just not like the best thing. I feel like this week I don't have a thorn. I feel like I started going to the gym. I only went today for a short amount of time. I couldn't make it. My homegirl and I, we didn't have a lot of time, but I still went. And yeah, I've been going like consistently, and I feel like I've been telling her because this bitch works out. She's phenomenal. She runs marathons. Like it's given she should have been competing for the Olympics, but she decided not to. Otherwise, she would have won the marathon.
Yeah, I didn't want to like It was conflicting because I didn't want to like represent USA, but I also didn't make it like I didn't want to live in Mexico to make it on the Mexico team. So I was just like, I'm just not gonna go to the Olympics.
You don't want to miss the Besties episode.
Exactly. Like I had other compromisos. It was just
Paris, the podcast.
Just a lot. Well, maybe in another 4 years.
Yeah, of course. I'll be even better.
You have to give them a chance because,
Right.
like, just give you the medal already.
Exactly.
Right.
Like Simone Biles did the last Olympics. That was me.
Yeah. She's humble, humbleina.
that.
That's what we call
I
her. But yeah, so I feel good. Like I've been wanting to go to the gym, but you know when you don't actually feel motivated to go?
Yeah.
I've actually felt in the last week, like, actually I just want to get up and go to the gym.
Yeah.
And and this body don't ever feel like that. You know what I mean? I never feel like that. So I feel like I'm just doing like that. I'm doing it. No goal, no nothing. I'm like, my first goal is just to go.
Right.
Make it a habit. And then after that, then I can form. Because I feel like when you want to make a set goal and it's not something you've been consistent with, I'm going to fall off immediately.
Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like right now I'm not worried about even like my eating. I'm like, I just want to go and just be active,
Right.
and then we'll go from there.
That's the hardest part is getting there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's your rose, right?
That was my I'm like I guess that is my rose. That was my rose too.
She got a bouquet this week.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess you could say I'm blooming.
But I really love that. So do you like feel better like when you leave the gym?
I do. I actually do. I feel like the gym is that one thing that's true. It's just that you hate fucking getting there, and then you leave. You're like, woo, same time tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow comes again, like, oh, bitch,
I'm like,
here I go
fucking
again.
shit. And then I get in there and I'm like, I'm all sore. Like, I couldn't even fucking sit down. I'm like, I'm in the movie theater and I was walking down steps and I was telling my man, I'm like, relax. You don't even know. I'm sore right now. Like, making sure everybody in the theater hurt. I'm like, I'm sore. At the gym. No one gave a fuck. They're all pushing you to hurry the fuck up. But it's okay. But yeah, so I guess I don't have a thorn, but yeah, if y'all see me looking like, you can't see me next week, don't be fucking surprised.
Oh, come on, Bella Hadid.
Hey, my name is Bella Hadid. Did not realize you guys were there.
Hi, guys.
Oh, awkward. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling real pink today, real cute. It may or may not have to do with this new Taste Salud
Tumblr. Look at how cute it is, you guys. It is to promote their new flavor.
What? The flavor of the summer?
The flavor of the summer.
Period. I know that's right.
If you guys have not tried it, I need you guys to run and get it because this specific flavor is for energy and focus. So I know the heat has you guys slumped sometimes. The sun be sunning.
Sunning.
So if you guys feel like you need a little pick-me-up, then I definitely recommend Taste Salud's new flavor. You already know, as soon as they drop a new flavor, that happens to be my new flavor. My new favorite flavor.
I don't know how that keeps on happening. It's like they know what flavors we love and then they make them. So then they're just really great flavors.
And honestly, I just feel like they know exactly what we need, exactly when we need it.
Right.
This specific flavor it is for energy and focus. It has 200 milligrams of caffeine, 350 milligrams of theanine, has B6, B12 vitamins. Come on, what more can you ask for? You're getting all that and hydrating yourself.
It's giving all that and a bag of chips, but it's a bag of Salud. So it's even better and it's healthier.
Exactly. This is the new flavor, Pitaya Dragon Fruit. So if you guys feel like you're feeling a little exotic, like you want to try some fruit that you maybe have never tried before, this is the one to go for, y'all.
Yeah, really nice, really sweet, and a bunch of energy because I know I am not going to sleep right now. I'm ready to go get my second workout of the day. What's good?
Hey. So if you guys want to try your own, go to tastesalud.com, type in the code IEBesties for 10% off.
Yes. So don't forget IE and Besties for 10% off. So thank you, Salud. Now, back to the episode.
Cheers.
But I love that.
Yeah.
You're on your fitness journey. Kill it, girl.
We'll see. How about you? Do you have a thorn?
I feel like mine is like double-sided too, where it's a thorn and a rose. I feel like kind of like I'm like just taking everybody's, but like I feel like I don't know what is in the like air right now, but my mental was like not good these last couple of weeks, and just kind of like reminding myself like you've been here before, like get yourself out of it, because sometimes I'm not the person to be like I'm struggling, guys. Like I'm the person that go MIA. Like very like I stick to myself, very much like I will get myself out of this. I don't want to be a burden to anybody else. But I feel like these last couple of weeks, like I have friends that reached out, and I was like, okay, well, let me, like, these are the old habits, and this is a pattern, so try something new. So really having my friends and my family and my husband getting me out of that rut and showing up for myself, they really helped me out. So I feel like learning to try new things and not being so scared of or being a burden, because what you think is a burden might not be a burden for everybody else.
Right.
And it almost elevates that relationship as well too, when you can be vulnerable with somebody. So I feel like that was my thorn of being in my headspace and kind of like, oh, I'll just shut everything off. I'll just go off social media. Like, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
and then having the will to ask for help and accepting the help as well too. I feel like that was like my rose, but my thorn was getting too lost in my thoughts.
Yeah. That's deep. You know, mental health is something that's not linear. I think.
Yeah, and I love that you talk about it so openly. I know you talk about it on your YouTube channel too, because I feel like being able to say like I'm not okay, especially on such a public platform, is really scary, because it's scary to do it, like you said, like even to just people you care about and be like, hey, I need help.
Yeah.
So to like lay it out so openly, it's really beautiful to see, and I really praise you for it. I was watching y'all.
Because I've always felt like nobody talks about it, especially in both the Latino and the Filipino culture. It's very like, hold it together. But I'm a true believer that it takes a strong person to hold everything together. It takes a stronger person to be vulnerable and ask for help. Like, because that is hard. Like, that would be like, for me, I would be like, no, I don't want to talk about any of this stuff. Like, I'll just smile through it. It'll go away. But the more you bottle it up, that bottle's going to pop one day.
Yeah.
So I feel like now that I feel like have more of a voice on like social media, I don't only want to bring the good times and just make everybody laugh. I want to talk about hard shit, girl. I want to talk about shit where it's like you don't feel alone. Like, you don't feel like, oh my God, like, because I know when I was struggling, like, I wish there was a lot of creators talking about it. So if I could be that creator and give back, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's really important, you know?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
He's all crying.
Yeah. Hey, he's like, that's my babe.
It just makes me so happy how he's able to talk about it, like you were saying, like being vulnerable and really talking about it on a platform. It helps so many people. Like, we've been getting a lot of DMs and a lot of comments saying your video just helped me, even just by saying the simplest thing as not being okay is okay. It just makes me happy that he's able to express it, because before, like he said, like, he would just bottle it up and not say a word and just go off the grid or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to get like so like jealous because Ruben is so emotional. Like, he's so very like, he cries at movies, and I would be like, sometimes I look at him, he's probably thinking like, I'm thinking like, oh, what a bitch, but I'm thinking like, damn, that's a strong man right there. Like, I wish I could do that, but like growing up, it was very like, hide your feelings. Men are supposed to be men. Don't talk about stuff like that. You have to show up even when you're struggling. Show up. That's how you get through it. And it's like, no, like, because of that, the outcome, the repercussions later on in the years, like, I blew up and I couldn't take it. And it was like, if I would have only learned that at such a young age, like, damn, I could have been unstoppable younger, you know?
Yeah. What was that like final break where like, I have to share this with other people? Like, I need to talk about it. Because when I think about Filipino communities, right? Asians and Latinos, I think that be strong shit, right? Like, you gotta be strong, you gotta suck it up, you machismo, right? I'm
Very
sure
much.
and Filipino, because they're the heavy Catholics, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, religion has that that kind of that theme of like, be strong, you gotta suck it up. What was that final thing that made you like, I gotta talk about this?
I think when I couldn't hide it anymore, I felt like I always would cover it up with like, let's go out and have drinks. Let's go out and hang out with friends. I have my family around me all the time. So I felt like 2021 was like the best year, but also the worst year of my life. Because the best year, as far as like, we got married, we were getting our house. We had just moved into a beautiful house. But because he would go to work and I worked from home, I had the walls like literally closing on me. So I felt like it was like all of the demons that I had been hiding finally came out. And it was like, I can't run from this. Like, I have nobody to talk to. Like, and me being very like, oh, I'll just shell everything up. It was almost like everything was just coming up from the surface. And that's when I was like, I need help. And when he started seeing me cry, he was like, oh shit, like, this is like serious than I thought. And it's like, I think that was my breaking point where I started asking for help. And once I overcame all of that with the, you know, going to the doctors and the medication and all that stuff, I feel like after that, I made it effort to be vocal about stuff like this, to make sure I check in with my friends, my love with my family, and most importantly, check in with yourself.
Right.
So I feel like that was my breaking point.
Yeah. How did it feel for you?
Honestly, it was hard. It was hard because, like not only me trying to keep it together, but trying to keep it away from him, so that way he doesn't feel like, oh, I'm affecting him in so many ways. I just try to be there for him as much as I could have, but it was hard. It wasn't easy because prior to that, I also went through a mental breakdown myself, and he obviously was there for me, and it was just like not like a payback because obviously you're gonna be with your partner, no matter what situation. But he went really, really low to the point that he didn't want to get out of bed. And it was difficult because I still had to take ends meet. I still had to go to work. I still had to, make money for both of us, because at that point you were not even going to work. Like he was just calling off and not even doing whatever he wanted to do. But it did take a toll. It took a toll on me, but we worked through it. And, the hardest thing was communicating with him because he did not want to talk. Like he did not want to tell me anything. And I kind of eased him in to telling me something. Like, let me know something. Let me know at least that you're okay. So when he started feeling comfortable in opening up to me a little bit more on his mental, then that was when we slowly got better and better and better. And we got the help that he needed, and just things went up from there. But it was hard. It's not easy.
Can I ask, like, I mean, because you both have been there for each other, like, how you're able to be there for someone? Because I feel like I struggle with the same way. Like, I close off from my boyfriend. He's like, I don't know how to help you. And I'm like, well, I don't know how to help myself. Like, I can't tell you how to help me. Like, how do you find, ways to be there for your partner in situations like that?
It was hard. So I made sure that I was okay. At least a little, at least okay, like good enough to come home without crying, without like blowing up. I just assured that I was okay, because if I knew if I wasn't okay, how am I going to be okay to come home to him and support him in the ways that he needed me to support him? To answer your question, there's no right way to answer it, because you just have to be mentally, physically, emotionally present and show up for yourself, so that way you can show up for that person.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Because I feel like I struggle with that too, where I'm like, I close off and I don't want to talk to anyone. And I'm like, well, you should just know how to help me. And I'm like, that's, like you become, I feel like when you're in a depressive state of mind, you are a little selfish, because you're like, well, nobody knows what I'm feeling, or at least it feels that way. It feels very, lonely. That you're like, well, you should just know, because you know me and you love me. And obviously that's not the case. And I feel like I've had situations where, like, same thing, like my boyfriend goes to work at like 3 a.m. and I'll still be up, like eyes swollen, crying, and he just sits there and like cries with me because he doesn't know what to do or what to say. But like even that obviously makes a world of difference. But I sometimes carry that guilt of like, oh my gosh, like I'm tired of being so depressed, because I know like it's affecting him and he doesn't even know how to help me, but not in a fucked up way. Just like, how do you help someone when you don't even know what's going on in their head? When they like, same thing, like they won't talk to you. So I try to find ways to be like, okay, I like little ways to be like, you know what, like maybe do this for me next time. Like when I'm more present and, kind of okay.
Yeah, it's all about communicating. And we've learned how to communicate. I mean, obviously, we've been good at communicating from the very get-go, but we even struggle sometimes now, where communicating is key for the both of us, because I can't read his mind. He can't read my mind. Obviously, I can't read your mind either. So if you express how you feel to me, then I'm going to take it the way I'm going to take it. And that's one thing that I did tell him when we were going through that struggle, is you have to let me know what you're feeling, what's going through your mind right now, so I can understand. And sometimes he will say, like, I don't want to tell you because I don't want you to, fall back on your mental health. I'm like, no, like, let me take it the way I'm going to take it. Don't worry about just get it out is pretty much what I told him, and let me take it the way I take it. And for me, leaving the house, not leaving, but me going to work kind of cleared my mind. And for him, it kind of closed, the walls closed in on him, and he wouldn't leave the house. So like for me, I got a little break from being home, and him, it was a total opposite. But communicating is key in every situation. Letting the person know, like, hey, I'm struggling, I need this, or I just want your opinion, or just listen to me. And that's what we both learned, that we're, I guess, getting better each and every day on communicating.
Yeah, and kind of like going back to your question, understand that not everybody's a therapist. Like not everybody has the right things to say. And I know I've heard a lot of people in the past was like, well, I've never dealt with somebody like that, I don't know how to talk to them. But a simple like gesture that you could do for somebody. Because I know what it feels like. I know when you light that fire in your brain, how powerful your mind is. But remember, you're in control of your mind. Your mind's not in control of you. So you can only you could put a stop to it. But for Ruben, like, he would know, like, once you know more about your partner, like, you know words that would trigger. Like, for him, I hate when people ask me, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, oh, like, stop asking me, because now you're making me feel like we're at a party and like everything's going wrong when I'm low-key, like, I'm drowning. But now he'll be like, hey, let's go for a walk. And just like knowing, he'll just bring up old memories, or he'll talk to me about stuff, or like, hey, get in the car, let's go to the beach, because he knows the beach is my, being a water sign, going back to astrology, but being that I'm a water sign, the beach is my happy place. So he'll just be like, he'll pack up a little blanket, we'll put down the pickup and just watch the ocean. We don't even talk, but that will, like, almost, I feel like I'm like, oh my God, I was holding my breath for so long and he made me breathe. And it was like, sometimes he didn't say anything, but just his actions to get me out of that headspace is more than everything. Like, sometimes I don't want to talk about everything. I just want to, like, get out of the house or get out of my head. And it's like actions like that, or putting on our favorite songs or something like that, can get a person out of their head.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love to hear that. It's really, really beautiful, because I think having a good support system is just key to ever moving forward in anything.
What I'm hearing from both of you is, like, just being present and being actively present, right? Because there's the thing where you're present and you're just like, oh, that sucks.
Yes.
But I'm here if you need me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm all texting you.
Like, I need you. I'm like, I'm here. You know? But I think that's what it is, like, actively being present, right? Like you said, your man, he doesn't maybe know the words, but he sits there and he comforts you and he cries with you, or he holds you as you cry. Right? Maybe it's not asking what's wrong. It's more like, oh, let's get this off your mind and let me go do something that you actually like, right? So it's being active, and I don't think that there's necessarily, a right answer. It's how do I cater to that person's needs, or how do I show up so that they at least can see me and know that I'm here. Right? I feel like that's what that sounds like. No, mental health is hard. I feel like I have that problem where I feel like I've always been like, oh, I'm so strong, I figure it out. And I feel like when people rely on me to, like, solve their problems constantly, I feel like, to me, it's like, I saw this quote, it's like, it's my inner child kind of fighting, like, how come I had to figure it out on my own and you want me to solve it? I just feel like I just feel like it's unfair to me. I'm like, how come nobody helped me? Nobody helped me figure it out. Nobody helped. And I guess it's like my selfish reaction, or that inner child where I'm just like, what the fuck? How come I had to figure it out? And like, you get all my help, everything. You can't take one right foot without me putting the left, it's like something that I feel like I battle with, like, with people that constantly rely on me.
But see, that made you strong, because you walked the path blindfolded and everybody behind you is walking your path. So that makes you even stronger. And that's how I felt too when I was growing up. I just did it all blindfolded. Like, nobody taught me how to do this, nobody taught me how to do that, but I took the time and effort and I did it. And now my younger siblings are, rooting for me, and they're taking the same steps as me. I'm not sure if you have younger siblings or not, but
I do.
They're probably taking your steps because they see you, how successful you are. So
I don't know if they see me, because they might not know me.
But also, like, breaking those patterns too. Like, I get it. Like, shit happens to a lot of us. Like, nobody had, like, the perfect childhood. Stuff happens to us, but you talking about it and you breaking that pattern, like, and realizing that you can acknowledge that, like, oh, sometimes I had those selfish behaviors, like, they had to do it, but overcoming that, it's strong, because you could have let that define the rest of your life. Like, bitch, it sucks to me. Good luck to all of you, but you are breaking that pattern. Like, you know what? It did suck. It did suck that happened to me, but I don't want the next person that to happen to the next person. So you acknowledging that and overcoming that and still willing to help out other people is admirable.
And I think just being, like, able to, give empathy when no one gave it to you, I feel like that's really important. Because I think a lot of the reason that people kind of close themselves off to community, it's like, well, no one did that for me, so I'm not going to do that for anyone. It's like, no, like, no one did it for me, so let me make sure that somebody else isn't going to feel that same way. And I feel like that's where most people lack, where they're like, they can't expand their empathy past themselves.
See, and I feel like that's a lot in, I guess, here in California, because I feel like a lot of places, like, for example, going to Mexico, everybody's so nice in Mexico, or going to other countries, everybody's so nice there. I feel like coming back home, like, people don't even say hi to you walking down the street.
We literally just said this.
Literally. So it's just like, where has the empathy went, or where has it gone? Like we're Latinos, we're supposed to be those people, invite you over, come have dinner, let me cook for you, let me do all these things for you, because we're that,
Right.
we're that for our culture. But here in California, I guess because I don't know, people are just so selfish, and
It's just, and I think it's the entire like U.S., just like American culture of like, I'm doing good and you're not, so you need to stay over there, like away from me, instead of like, well, how can I help you? How can I, how can we build this community together? And it's lack of community, like just even the way the cities are built and just the infrastructure of everything, like it lacks community because there's nothing to invite you to get to know your neighbors or kind of go out and be active in the community. Like there's really, especially I feel like here in the IE, I think Fontana kind of does, but I don't think there's as much like noise for, there's a farmer's market here or there's this, that, like where those places where you would go naturally, like, in Mexico, se vas al tianguis,
Right.
you just start to talk to people and whatever. And like, I feel like here it's very, very limited, the places like that's why I kind of like LA, San Diego, all those places that have a lot of activities that bring people together.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna start one, you guys.
Literally,
Here in the IE.
yeah. Starting today.
No, and it's so funny because I was literally thinking, I'm like, what the hell can I do so we could do like get something together with the besties and do some shit, because I think that's what it is. We're just missing community. And I saw for your birthday post, it really touched me because you were talking about how like I can't believe like looking back I didn't have these friends, and to imagine like the friends I have now, like building that community.
Yeah.
And you're an adult, right? So it's like, how did you build that community like as an adult?
I think it was just, oh,
It was God sent, to be honest.
literally.
'Cause, let me answer. So, no, because we were like literally to ourselves for the most part of our IE experience together. We were to ourselves. Like we were literally only us two. We lost a lot of friends, and then we prayed about getting new friends. Like let the community. I mean, let friends come into our life, because obviously our friends in the alley area or wherever they're at, they're no longer good for us for whatever reason. And we prayed about it, and literally next thing you know, like we have a whole bunch of friends.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild, like how he was saying how it was just all of us. And I think it was all that healing process, like I said, 2021, where I felt like I didn't know how accessible I was for people, and then how, like, how can I say it, like I was making an effort for them, but they weren't making an effort for me. It was always one-sided. And I think I found my worth. And through that, I lost a lot of people because I finally was starting to say, no, I'm not a yes man anymore. I'm not going to be and then I would pray like, God, like, why am I losing so many people? And it was almost like a detox in my life. And then when I almost felt like, damn, you know what, let's just be us two. I felt like he opened so many doors, and we started meeting. And even with the social media world, we met a lot of creators, and now they're some of our closest friends. And it's wild how all of us have a similar story of like how we all are brought together and just building that community, and it's growing bigger and bigger. And I just give yourself a chance and go out there and be vocal about it. And yeah.
You said it better.
Hey, when you share one brain cell, he's like, I got you, babe. I love that. And it's so cute because I feel like you can see it between you two. And I seen a video like, Ruben's my #1 fan. Like, and I could see it here, like, you guys are so supportive of each other. You could literally feel it. Like, you guys are definitely cross, destined to be by God, red string, universe, D, all of the above.
Yeah.
Like, you could feel it. That's really sweet.
Do you feel like you guys lost friends when you guys like got engaged and married and all that? Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. The snakes definitely came out of the grass, mama. Let me just tell you that.
That is so crazy to me because it's happening to someone I know right now, and it happened to me because I was married and divorced. But I remember, like, now I've been seeing it so much where I'm like, is this everyone? Like, your friend gets engaged and all of a sudden you're just a big old bitch to her. Like I'm confused why this is like a reoccurring thing. So I was like, I'm gonna ask them because like I really affected when it happened to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to hear other people's experience with that.
It was tough because I was just coming out of my mental health where it was like, oh, I'm feeling better, bitch. Like I'm back, bitch. Like better than ever. And I was like, wait, why is this person treating me like this? Like, why? Like, it was like a trickle effect, one after another. And some of the people that hurt me the most are the people that said, I love you too. And I was like, oh my God, like, why is this happening to me? But then like that's when we were like, it was literally like one after the other after the other.
But it was
Wow.
like, why? Because like during your wedding planning or like.
I don't, because sometimes people want to see you good, but never better than them. And I felt like it came out of that. And I was like, I root for everybody. One thing about us, where I think how we got our success is we're not in competition with everybody. There's food at the table for everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody gets to
that's
eat.
right.
What's your saying, babe?
What?
The sun comes out for everybody.
Oh yeah, the sun comes out for everybody, and I've always said that because
I
even
love
in real
that.
estate, like we all can be realtors, but nobody does it like you,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
And you can sell a house, but nobody does it like you. You can
Right.
buy a house, but nobody does it like you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was crazy to me, where it was like, this is the, but then I could have easily been like, went back into a state, but I was like, you know what? Like 1 year married, fuck it. Like Ruben and I, that's when it became just us two. And we traveled the world, and our first year of marriage was like, honestly, the best. Like, despite the circumstances that were happening of like literally so many people praying on our downfall, the only person that they hurt was themselves, because they lost two amazing people who were over here traveling the world. So yeah, it is crazy, because I always hear that too, where it's like people lose friendships in marriage or engagements and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that couldn't be me. And the snakes.
Yeah, you always assume too. You're like, oh my gosh, can you believe that? Like, I can't believe they treat them like that. Like, that's not gonna be us and whatever. And literally, like, dicho y hecho, like it happens
Exactly.
and it's so random because you kind of feel like, at least that's what happened with me. I was like, damn, like this is the happiest moment of my life. Like, maybe I'm just being a bitch. Like, maybe I'm just being a bridezilla or whatever. And then it comes a point where you're like, no, like, shouldn't these people be happy for me? Shouldn't these people be like excited for this milestone in my life? And now that I'm seeing it happen to somebody I love, like it honestly triggers me, because I'm like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Like, this is not about you. Like, not, and especially like, because it's happening with Bachelorette stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this literally has nothing to do. You can't put whatever emotions you're feeling aside for one weekend for someone you call a friend, for somebody you care about, for somebody you love. Like, it infuriates me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very infuriating. It's just like, be happy. This is a happy moment. Like, why are you trying to tear somebody down? Like, regardless of the feelings, put that shit aside, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
whether you talk after the wedding, like, you can't just be selfless for one day.
Exactly.
One day. And obviously, sometimes it is the groomsmen or the bridesmaids that are like, that ruin the wedding. Or, well, it depends. If you allow it to ruin your wedding, then let it ruin it. But we decided, you know what? They ruined a good day on their own. I saw an amazing wedding.
Yeah.
We saw an amazing wedding. Like, that's it. We saw the amazing first year of marriage. You guys are the ones who are going to live with that regret, not us. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Like, and it's crazy how it's usually the people that are in your party, like, they can't be selfless just for one day. Like, put your shit aside. Like, this is a wedding. Two people are bound in their love together. Put that shit aside. Like,
Did you guys have like groomsmen and all that? Oh, okay, cool. I didn't have none of that, but my friends were still bitches.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's crazy. You guys are making me think about like a bachelorette that I went on, and literally on that bachelorette, the friendship ruptured because you're right. Like, that's what it is. People are so selfish. People are not willing to put themselves aside to celebrate others because they really don't want to see them do better.
exactly.
You know, or maybe they're so self-absorbed that they don't even realize what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's maybe even worse.
yes.
Because it's like, damn, it's not intentional. You just really don't give a fuck about anyone but yourself.
Yeah, and that's wild to me, because I've been around a lot of people. I'm like, damn, like, you really couldn't put whatever. It doesn't even have to be a wedding, just one day aside to not talk about yourself or whatever. And it's just being self-absorbed, and they ruin everything around them. And that's wild to me.
Yeah, that's why they say misery loves company.
Period.
That's what he always says.
Misery loves company.
Yeah, I guess I can't be hanging out with sad bitches, just bad bitches.
I'm like, no, please, can I come?
I'm like, no, she's a bad bitch. She needs to stop playing. No, speaking of weddings, did you guys hear that Christian Nodal and Angela Aguilera got married?
No.
Yes, it was a secret wedding
Where did they get married?
In Mexico.
in Mexico.
God, how do you guys feel about that?
I'm like, what the fuck? He just had a baby in October.
He just got divorced.
Wait, they were married?
With Gaso and
was
Christian?
married?
Yeah, they were married.
Wait, what?
Shut the fuck up.
Y'all don't know this drama?
No.
Let me tell y'all.
Yeah.
Spill it, girl.
So Christian Nodal.
Many shit.
No,
So-
Christian
except them
Nodal
two.
ain't shit.
Okay.
For real, because he's like king of the ain't shits. But you know what? I'm sorry. Not to be like that bitch, but he just makes such good music, y'all. Like, it's too good. But he was, okay, so he was engaged to Belinda, broke it off, married Kasu, broke it off, and now he's with Angel. But with Kasu, he had a baby, and like the baby's not even a year old.
The baby was born in October.
In October, yeah. And so, but Angela Aguilar, the thing with them is that they were like, oh, this relationship was a long time coming. Like, at the time, it just wasn't right. But with that time they're talking about, she was like 16. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, y'all were fucking around when she was 16. Like, that's a little odd.
Because he was like 21, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was older. And Caso and Angela Aguilar were like, really, really tight. Like when she got pregnant, Angela Aguilar was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be an aunt, like this is gonna be amazing, whatever. And so there was like rumors that they were dating, but they were like, no, whatever. And then supposedly there was rumors that they had gotten married, but they denied everything. And then out of nowhere, they just popped up with all the wedding pics.
Oh my God. All the wedding content, her getting married, Mark Anthony and his new wife were there. It looked like a very intimate wedding.
Yeah, it was crazy. And Belinda Angela Aguilar like made a comment supposedly like attacking Belinda because I think they were both in the same category for some award or something like that. And Angela was like, yep, I won. And then Belinda replied and she was like, all you won is a loser pretty much. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, Belinda's so messy. I love her.
Oh my God.
But she's right.
Mm-hmm,
like you're gonna get married to a man who just got recently divorced and left his wife after they had a newborn and then married you in less than 3 months of that divorce.
Yeah, knowing that girl was your friend.
Oh hell no.
It's a pattern. It's gonna happen to her too.
Oh, 100%. Yes. And I can't wait to see it because more drama, y'all. Supposedly one of the wedding guests she's his new lover.
Oh,
wait, because that's why I was confused. That's what's confused because I had seen a story that he was fucking with some
blonde
IG,
bitch,
right? Some IG shit, some IG baddie. And then they pop up married. I'm like, it's not adding up.
How do they have this power? Like, how do they just like switch from partners to partners? Like,
and like with no shame, like no shame, no tiene ni poquita malicia of being like, yo, like the entire. I mean, Latino America is watching you.
Yeah,
like, you can't just sit there and lie and deny. Because I feel like right now what people are trying to do with, like, cancel culture is ignore it. Mm-hmm. And I think it only works for some people. And for others, people are like, oh, you thought we were going to forget? Like, no, we're still fucking here.
Definitely that. I feel like it depends on the severity of the situation.
Yeah. Right,
if it's like something like that, bitch, you have a lot of eyes on you. Somebody's bound to pop out, say something. Like,
something. I'm just like, what is Angela like? Like, I know people must be trash talking her.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not seeing anyone like really supportive of that relationship.
Does she have like a comments limited?
Did she have a comments limit on that one? I don't know. I think I seen a bunch of comments, and I just seen some people were commenting like, "Oh wow, like what does Casu feel? Casu, like
oh
just
my God,
flooding the comments." I'm like, imagine I'm celebrating, being bound for eternity. Hopefully, them. Que vaya con Dios. And everyone's just flooding your comments talking about the other bitch. That will piss me the fuck off.
Oh, hell yeah.
Talking about the snakes coming out after a wedding.
Period.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's a snake ass bitch.
Yeah.
Like your best friend or when you're close friends fucking with your man.
Sheesh.
And like now it's gonna be the stepmother of your baby.
Oh my God.
Literally that. Like if you put two and two together, like you're fucking with my ex-man, my baby daddy, and now you're married to him, and now she's gonna be.
Oh, I don't know. This sounds like a live novela right
here.
It's giving Rosa de Guadalupe.
Literally.
Casos de la vida real.
Literally. Oh my God. No, I honestly can't with people like that. And they're saying she might be pregnant, but I don't know. I hope not.
It just gets deeper, girl.
I hope not.
My God.
If she's pregnant, she's really a dumb bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like you can always dissolve a marriage. Once the baby's here and it passes 6 months where it's not legally able to, then there's no coming back. Yeah. I hope she doesn't get pregnant. Please, girl, if you're watching this, wait 5 years.
Literally.
Wait 2 years. If you make it that far, maybe you can, do you. Yeah.
I do hope Cristian Nodal drops some banger love songs because I'm in love. You know what I mean? Like, I want to hear it. I don't care.
Yeah. What's your favorite Cristian Nodal song?
Damn. Okay, this one is not a love song. Okay. This is a heartbreak song, but it's too good. It's called Viva en el Seis.
Viva en el Seis. Okay.
Oh, it's so good, y'all. If y'all are like freshly heartbroken, please listen to this song.
I'm gonna listen to it. I'm not even heartbroken.
It's one of those songs where I'm like, man, I wish when I was heartbroken, I would have like gotten super fucked up and just been like, like with a bottle singing the song. That's the song, the vibe the song gives me.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. Okay, so that's like your go-to like sad like breakup or just sad song? Like sad song? Is
My
that-
go-to?
Yeah.
No, my go-to is always, my Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Okay, what song? What song specifically that you're like, I'm feeling so sad, I need something to cry. Play.
I would say my Tears Ricochet. Tears. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say the one. Are you guys Swifties by any chance?
Like I'm like a Swift.
Okay. Just a whoosh.
Yeah, I've heard. I wasn't like a diehard, but I know a lot of her songs. And
Yeah.
if it pops on the radio, I'm like, oh, Taylor Swift. Like I fuck with her music, but it's just not heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not like a diehard fan, but like I feel an incredible connection to her just because I grew up with her. But the other day, my man was texting me. He was like, "I'm gonna play Taylor Swift songs. You have to name them," and I was failing terribly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but because she has so many
you're a Swift.
She
songs.
really has so many albums. Literally, she has like so many songs.
Too many, and like I only like. I'm sorry, bitch. I'm not that bitch that's like, oh, I like all their music. I like what I like, and if this album's, some of them are good, and some of them are not.
Yeah.
But the one is for sure the best, I would say. But only if you really thought this person was the one. Yeah, because it like hits right on the money. And then I would say, folklore is a good one. Anything on that album, really.
That they be hitting?
Yeah, but that's like my sad white girl shit. Like my Beaner sad music is probably like Cristian Nodal, Marco Antonio Solis has good ones.
Yeah.
Joan Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Yeah, all those good ones where you're like I said, you got a bottle and you're like, why did you leave me?
Or not. You just beat them with the bottle.
Or you got the bottle.
I know sometimes I catch me singing some songs like fuck that dude. I'm like, oh shit, I'm like fully married. But like the music is so like touching. We're like, I'm not even going through a heartbreak. I'm not even sad. Like, why am I crying?
Yes. I'll tell Anthony, I'll be like, can we fight?
Y'all trying to fight on after this song?
Yeah.
I want to like really feel it.
Yeah. I feel like my like song when I'm really sad or like really hurt, I play Amy Winehouse.
Oh.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's
Love
a
is
good
a
one.
losing game, bro. Or just love is a losing game. Like I swear, like her or me and my man, like I don't know. I just feel like she's just so deep. Her voice is like crazy. You just feel like that angst, the anger, the hurt, the
It's
pain
raw.
in her voice. It's so raw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever I'm like really fucking sad, I bump Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, I love Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Like I that was like one of my regrets is I wish I saw her in concert.
Oh God.
But I feel like she became more like big when like
After her.
she wasn't like in the line. Well, she was, but she wasn't like when she was popping. It wasn't long.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, oh, like, cause me and my dad, like, I remember he came home and brought the CD, like, he played it, was it Rehab?
Yeah, Rehab.
And I was
Back to
like,
Black,
who is this bitch? Like, I need to know everything about her. I need to know, like, her zodiac sign. I swear I'm not into astrology, guys. But I was like, oh my God, like, I love her. And then we were trying to find, like, tickets for her, but she was so popping that it was, like, sold out all the time. And then by the time we were, like, it was, like,
It was too gone. Damn.
That was one of my, like, artists that I regret not seeing.
Yeah. Oh God. What's your go-to like cry song?
Okay, I'm a big Sam Smith sound.
Ooh,
what the
Sam
hell?
Smith.
I love Sam Smith.
That's a good one.
I love Sam Smith. Anything from his freaking album, from his Nirvana album. My favorite album from him is The Thrill of It All.
I went to that concert
Me
and
too.
oh my God, I was
We're all
all
crying
the way
next
at
to
the
each other.
top. Fucking
Me
nose
too.
bleeders. We're all next to each other. I'm like, you're my videos.
I love Sam Smith. I think that was like the first time Ruben actually saw me like bawl my eyes out. Where it's like, damn, you like him. And
I was like, shut this shit down.
And I was like bawling I knew like every single one of his songs from that album. And I love Lana Del Rey. I love Lana Del Rey. And I always wondered like, this is gonna sound dumb, like astrology again, but like I always wondered like why I had such a connection to her. I was like, why does her music like hit me? Like, and I find out she's a Cancer, so no
my
wonder
God.
everything is like Cancer coded. And I'm like, what the
It
hell?
is,
So when I saw her at Coachella, out of all the years we went to Coachella, I saw her. I was like,
Were you
damn.
crying?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, her set wasn't all that.
Wasn't all that? It was a little too turned down, huh? Yeah, I didn't finish watching it.
Yeah. You went to the set.
No. I just watched the live stream. Yeah, I didn't go to Coachella this year.
I kind of wish I went to the first weekend because she brought out Billie Eilish, but I did not want to like hate it. I didn't hate it, but I was just like we laughed like during mid set because it was just like she wasn't singing. Like it was just her music, and she would just like hand the microphone to the crowd a lot.
And
I'm like,
girl, you're headlining Coachella.
yeah.
Literally.
Do something.
Yeah, and I was reading the comments because I like to like watch the Coachella sets before I go, so I know which sets to watch. And everybody was eating her up, but that was the first weekend. So I don't know if she just didn't give a shit about the second weekend, but like I saw a lot of people leaving, and I was like, oh. And I'm like a diehard Lana Del Rey fan.
Damn.
So that was crazy.
Yeah,
I love her.
I love her. What's like her, but one song from her?
I don't think it's any sad song. I like video games, and I like monster. What is it? Gods and Monsters.
Gods
that
and
one makes me
Monsters?
feel like a bad bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to do coke, and I don't even do coke. Mama.
Yeah, that's a good song. I feel like from hers, the song I'm always thinking sad is like Shades of Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's because it reminds me of my father who left me. So I feel like
Oh
it's like a romantic song about she loves this older man and it's like unrequited love.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it just parallels to me with like my abandonment issues. So I always play that song when I'm really sad.
Brooklyn Baby's my favorite.
That one's a good one too.
Yeah. Too, yeah. How about you, Ruben? What's your go-to cry song?
Well, Sam Smith is one of our favorite artists.
Yeah.
Like go to cry, like not cry, but like something that touches me is Vicente, Chalino. Who else? Recently when we went to go see Sam Smith, we found out. Well, what is it? I discovered Jessie Reyes.
Oh my
Oh my
God,
God.
she is so good.
Yeah.
Have you guys got the opportunity to see her live?
Yes.
No.
My niece took me.
Like she really sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't the biggest fan of Jessie Reyes. I knew of her. I listened to a couple of her songs. But when she opened for Sam Smith, I was like,
I didn't know she was touring with him.
Yeah.
her set was like, we bought tickets the second time to see Sam just to see her. We freaking missed her.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Literally, we went. Was it our anniversary? Yeah, our anniversary 2 years ago. I got us Sam Smith tickets, and she opened, and that's when we discovered her, and I fell in love with her. And then that same year, month later, we got one tickets in LA, and we missed her because of traffic.
Because
That's exactly what I'm talking about, LA. What the fuck?
Because the same night that Sam Smith was performing at the Forum at SoFi, Beyonce was performing.
The same day.
So I was like, you see a bunch of people like in sad gear, and then you see like all cowboy hats.
Oh my
shit.
God.
So we missed her because of that.
Aww.
But literally every time we drive like long period of time to LA, we always put Jessie Reyes.
Yeah,
We love her.
She goes with her. My niece took me last year to go see her. And I feel like, when you watch people live, you just like have a better affinity for them.
Yeah.
It's like I love, even though I'm not gonna lie, I don't bump her shit, but like if I'll play her song, I'll bump it, like because she's really deep. Like,
She is.
She and it's her voice sounds exactly the fucking same.
Yes.
Like, the mic is on.
Yes,
Like,
literally that. So
Yeah.
I love her. Like
she's
I
so
listen to
good.
her all the time too.
Yeah.
I feel like even I think when I saw Bad Bunny live after, I hate like when I go to a concert and I become a fan, like a big fan after. So I'm like, man, if I was a fan before, I could have enjoyed this so much more. But like, I feel like listening to someone live gives you a better appreciation for their music.
Yeah.
Especially when they can sing like exactly how they sound on the disc. Because I feel like right now a lot of, because like, not to shame any like TikTok music artists coming up, but I think like I don't know, have you ever heard the song Austin? Like, did your boots stop?
Oh yeah.
yeah,
With that
yeah,
trend
yeah.
where they're all like,
Yeah, a lot of people are attacking her because supposedly she can't sing live. So like I feel like when like right now a lot of artists are coming up, but like the talent is not matching what they're like putting out. So it's nice when you go and you're like, oh shit, this person is literally like giving it their all right now.
And Jessie Reyes has been in the game for
Hell
years.
yeah, a long time.
Yeah,
She got me through my 2017 breakup.
She was there.
Yeah, she was. And then she tells her like story about like her whole coming in the industry, how it took her longer because listen to her song Gatekeeper. Listen to that one. That one talks about like why it took her longer to even blow up because the industry, you guys know, like what people have to do, especially women, what they have to do. So it's like she talks about that. I love how she's so vocal about that. And you could just feel the pain in her voice when she sings. And that's what I love it when they're telling a story and you can actually feel the story with them.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's this one song that she had. I think it's like an undocumented song about how she loves someone who's undocumented. I swear that show would make me cry. Yeah, it's such a deep. I need to remember the name, but it's like a song about someone being like undocumented, and they're talking about like how I think like their love is being separated by this. I'm like,
Oh shit!
let me see. I'm like, let's see. It should imported.
I'm all fake fans.
I'm like, is it imported? I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, maybe it is.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that
I think it
song.
is.
I'm like, cause I feel like that would be it. That's imported is giving deported and put.
Well, yeah, it rhymes, so it must be that.
I think
That's
it's
right.
that
The
one.
math is mathy.
I'm like, Google it. I don't know. I'm not sure. This is Apple Music, so it's just her biggest hits up top. But
Comment down below, guys. if
yeah,
you know
comment
the
down
song.
below if you know the song. You know what I'm talking
Period.
about. But the video is so deep. Like I said, like the guy, like I think being separated. I could barely remember right now, but I know in the moment I felt it was really deep. Like in that moment, it felt really deep.
I don't watch music videos. I'm like not a music video fan because I'm like, bitch, just play this damn song. Like,
Period.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I was just never a fan. But you know which ones I do like?
Which one?
What was the like Runaway Love?
Oh,
Like,
why
I
was
like-
I thinking that song?
But shut up.
Yeah, but I'm like,
I
know
was
that's not the
correlating
name.
your story
okay, that's
though.
Okay.
Yeah.
With Mary J. Blige?
Runaway love.
Little Erica's only.
Okay.
The way I used to like record that one as my like voicemail ringtone.
I was like, oh my god, I'm such a rapper right now.
I literally knew like every word to that song. I was
That's
like,
a good. See, like music
That's a
videos
good
like that are
song.
like that. I'm like, oh my god, that's so beautiful.
yeah.
It's only because Rex loves watching music video. My man, he loves watching music videos because he's into music and he's a DJ, so he's all into that shit. And he'll be like, "You've never seen this video?" That
Yeah.
I'm like, "Damn!" Like, he makes me feel like I've never seen anything. Like literally, he'll be like, "You never? How could you have never seen that?" I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm not a director for MTV Music." I'm like, they canceled that channel when I was in like middle school, so like I didn't have the opportunity. Because before, remember, like you would want to go on MTV,
Yeah.
and all the music videos either in the morning or late at night.
Yeah.
Literally.
They don't do that. So now you have to go out of your way to watch it.
Literally, I was just about to say that
Yeah.
times have changed because when I was growing up, if you had MTV, you were the shit.
Yeah.
Because
Shit.
you were watching all these music videos. Now it's like you have to go out of your way to see a music video.
Yeah, like
That's-
you would know like the style that's popping because of the music video, how to
Yeah.
dress. That was
Yeah.
wild. But I feel like music, like same with you. Like I feel like I haven't watched a music video in so long. I listen to a lot of music and I love discovering a lot of music, but I haven't like sat down and watched a music video unless it's like I really connected with the lyrics. That I'm like, oh, let me see if they have a music video. 90% of the time they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down.
I when I was younger and I was watching MTV, I was really fuck him, but whatever. I was watching when P Diddy was making Danity Kane.
Oh my god.
And
Oh,
I
yes.
remember when they were filming their showstopper video, and I was like, "Yo, this is the finest woman I've ever seen in my life. I want to be part of Danity. I want to have a Cadillac, bitch."
Yes, yes.
Damn it. I thought that I should let you know. Bring back Danity King.
But get rid of P Diddy.
But yeah, cancel P. Diddy, bring back Danity
Period.
King.
Yeah.
Damn. Did you guys see he had a 50-foot bed for his party?
What?
Bed?
Yeah, he had, I think it was like a jumper, like something to jump on, but it was like a 50-foot like bed in his backyard for like his party. I'm like, how kind of sick and twisted of you to have this big ass bed when you're being like, what is it? Accused of human trafficking, and on your birthday you're gonna have a large bed. I don't know. It's just tasteful.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's giving guilty. Lock him up.
But he's
Literally.
not locked. Oh, sorry. I'm so like, I'm
No.
like so over his like thing. I'm like, he's not locked up.
No.
That man's not gonna get locked up. I don't think
The
so.
power that he has, like, it's crazy. Like,
I don't think he's gonna get locked up. I
So-
think he's probably a fed.
yeah. Like he's in cahoots with them. Cahoots. I'm all 1920s.
No, literally, I 100% think he's a fucking fed, an informant. some shit.
Probably.
Yeah, there's just no way.
There's
Yeah.
no way that everything that's came out and he's just throwing a fucking birthday party with like. It almost feels like it's mocking.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I think it is.
Yeah, because that's disgusting.
Yeah.
I know you said you don't want to get political, but it reminded me because I just saw like a video where I think it was the Democrats. They made a video with like really creepy men, and they were saying the things that the Republicans are saying.
Oh.
So to kind of just show how eerie what they say and like the things that they're like describing really is. So like the more the commercial went on, the creepier and like the sweatier
Ew.
all the men got, and they were like, "Oh, I'm voting this November. Are you?" And I was like, "Yo, you got me, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm for sure voting." Like
Yeah.
it's crazy to think how many sick people like really are like that and think like that. I think I watched there's an old movie called Gamer. Have you guys ever seen it?
Gamer.
Sounds familiar.
Is it the one like where you play it and then you can actually switch the story?
No,
I'm thinking game one.
I don't remember
Player one.
necessarily what it's about, but I remember it was like kind of like a virtual reality kind of thing. And the guy playing this like really beautiful woman is like this disgusting, sick person. And it reminded me of that, of like how people online just can be really anyone
Yeah.
and behind the computer, they're like sick and twisted.
Yeah.
So go out and vote, you guys. That's as political as we're gonna get in this episode.
Oh my God. Wait,
And maybe somebody who's not like ancient. No, I'm just kidding.
No, literally. Someone who in this century.
Yeah.
So do you guys like, since we were talking about like those people coming on in the comments, because I literally just saw a comment on one of our last clip. It was like, oh my God, somebody tell the one in black, it was me, that they're like, her makeup looks like a, he's like, which one? He's like, her makeup looks like a drag queen. And I'm like, commenting back, I'm like, babe, it's giving drag queen, beat to the gods. Like, what are you talking about? And it's so funny because I was literally on TikTok live, on our live getting ready. And I'm like, guys, everybody says they do makeup like a drag queen. And you know what? They're absolutely right.
Period.
Like, I don't care. I
Own
love
it.
it. Like,
Yes.
I feel I'm not offended.
Nope.
One thing about drag queens is they've invented cutting that face, baking, making those thick arches. So I feel like to me, it's not offense. And I get that. I get told that literally all the time when makeup.
And not even that, they're stunning.
Yes. Like, I'm like, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I was not offended by that at all. And it's crazy because I was literally wearing makeup like this. Like, really simple. Like, I've actually done dramatic ass
Like
makeup.
beat for the gods.
Beat for the gods. And I'm like, that one was giving beat for the, that's it. You know? Like, I just
For the
stopped.
angels.
Yeah, beat for the angels. Like, I was not giving face, you know?
Yeah. But your makeup, both of you guys' makeup is stunning. Like, you guys look
Thank
you.
you.
so
I have a little burn right here, you guys. So if something looks weird and crusty, it's that.
Oh, that's what you said, burned?
Yeah.
I literally cannot even. Like,
Okay,
right
good.
now,
I can't tell.
even-
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
cool,
gonna
cool,
say,
cool.
yeah.
It's because, so I was doing my makeup and the skin started peeling. So it kind of looks
Okay, got it.
like
Oh.
it could have been like patted over. But the first time I did it, it hadn't peeled yet. So it's healing, but it's still there.
You
Yeah,
still
no,
look
you
good.
literally can't tell.
Yeah. And my eyebrows look good, so it was worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you look
yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah, and it wasn't. I get sad because I think it's just my skin that it doesn't react well to certain things. Because it wasn't like hot. I'm like the person who did my eyebrows is like amazing, but my skin's just stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm having sensitive skin.
So it's from the wax. It was not from doing.
Yeah, it was from the wax, but the wax wasn't even hot. Like it didn't like burn me or anything. It's just I think my skin is really like
Sensitive.
delicate. Yeah, right there. So
yeah.
it just pulled too hard, and it kind of like a rug burn almost. Yeah, I'm sure. And I take like flaming hot showers, so I was
Same.
like,
oh my god, no, that's painful.
you take hot showers too?
I love it.
Do
No,
you?
he doesn't.
Ice cold, baby.
Do you guys shower together? Because that's like a dilemma.
Okay, sometimes we do, but we have to meet in the middle. Like he has to be finishing up, and then I go in, or vice versa. Like I don't do cold showers.
Yeah.
It has to be hot.
I feel like that's the only way the relationships work. Like one has to like steaming hot showers and the other likes cold showers. Because I'm always like, why do you want to like I don't want you in here because I have to lower my temp for you and I don't want to fucking do that.
And I don't budge.
I think it's because I'm already like a hot-blooded person, so like I'm always hot, like
Yeah.
all the time, like wearing a jacket in 100-degree weather. But I'm always hot, so like I feel like when I put on the shower, like it's so like not like ice cold, but it's like coldish. I'm like, oh, I feel so good on my body, like it feels so good.
And it's so good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he loves it where it's like he's over here making albondigas or something. I'm like,
Making
girl,
that caldo.
I know.
Literally, I just love it. I just feel like so clean after. I don't feel like water reminds me of a pool or something like that. You know, like a lake or something.
Yeah.
Like you still have to like scrub it.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, so when you go to Mexico, do you go to Mexico?
Yeah.
So when you go there, you're like, is the area you're from like they have hot water all the time?
well, we haven't been to where our family's from. We only been to like
Like
tourists.
the tourists?
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So you always have hot
So we
water.
always have a hot water, but I do
Okay.
remember going as a child where they used to boil the water and
Yeah.
then take
So they would have to
scoops.
boil the water for you? Oh my
Literally,
God.
literally, yeah. But I can't do cold shower. Maybe in the summertime I'll tweak it a little bit, but it's still hotter than his.
It's like 89 degrees, not 90.
Literally.
When we went to a couple of weeks ago, we went to Lake Havasu. Girl,
Oh yeah.
the heat is no joke. But then you want to take a cold shower and the water comes out steaming hot still. So you're like coming in from 130-degree weather to go take a shower because you're so sweaty and it's 100 degrees, the water. I'm like, oh, and you're having it on the coldest setting. I was like, oh my
way,
God.
you're lying.
Yeah.
It was so hot. It was
That's
unbearable.
sick.
That's my
sick.
house. I don't know if the pipes are too high up that you have to like wait a minute before the cold, like a long time before the cold water
Oh
comes
my
out.
God, no.
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm
why
always
never
like,
deal with that?
anyways. Yeah, I love that shit. I'm like, okay, because even my grandma was very, I don't know if this is all Mexican grandmas. She was like, los platos se lavan con agua caliente. And like as hot as you can do it. So I feel like I just got really used to hot water. Because even now, like when I see someone washing dishes with cold water, I'm like, that's not clean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel clean, right?
No, it doesn't. And I'm like, what do you like? No, turn it up. And they're like, no, it's fine. It's the same shit. And I'm like, no, it's not. And then I get confused because bacteria grows in hot water and like in heat. So then I'm like, what do I do?
We never win.
Yeah.
You never win. No.
The system is rigged.
Literally.
No, hell no. Did you guys watch the opening ceremony for the Olympics?
I didn't. No.
Bro.
Was it amazing? Was it iconic? Was it
So I didn't get to watch all of it. I watched some clips and people are outraged. Specifically Catholics and Christians and all the popes. They're really outraged because I'm going to show you guys a little clip. I'm like, just so we could give some context. So what happened was so I'm going to give context to what actually occurred. Okay. So what occurred is that there was a lot of drag queens, there was some singing, and then there was a scene at the end where it was like, yeah, I feel like drag queens, little girls, adults, like kind of everybody. It looked like everyone, like very diverse, you know?
Yeah.
Different shapes, sizes, races, ages. It was just, you could tell they were trying to be inclusive, right?
Yeah.
And so in an effort to be inclusive, like one of the parts where they were going, there's this guy like singing on top of a plate and he's like on a plate, he's like all covered, all in blue. And they're like, oh, they were upset because like, oh, he's mocking the Last Supper, you know, like the Last Supper, the painting where it's like Jesus with all the disciples. And they're like, no, that's not what he was doing. They're like, they're mocking Jesus. Like, I get that France is trying to demonstrate that they're secular and inclusive, but they're mocking Jesus. And then came out the actual director who created the set, and he's like, I'm not even talking about Jesus. He's like, I'm recreating a scene from this Greek god where like all the gods are together having a dinner. They're like drinking. It was inspired by the Last Supper, but it was a Dutch painting that just represents all the gods coming together and like having a good time. Like, at the you know, whatever Earth they would be, you know. But I'm like, it's so crazy how people always want to kind of drag it, and I feel like the main issue was that it was like somebody that was all painted. It was in drag, right? Unfortunately, there was one of the people that their ball sack was actually out.
Oh my God.
Shit.
And they were next to a little girl.
Oh, okay.
They were next to. I was trying to find it. It's literally like one of the guys is wearing a little short, and like you can quite literally see his ball out. And I'm like, to me, I'm like, that sucks. Because I feel like right now there's this personal vendetta against drag queens, right? Against queer people. And I'm like, great, you just turned like what could have been a moment where they're replicating a painting that had nothing to do with God, but gods, right? Like in the context of like Greek gods. And now you're turning it and people are going to be damning like, oh, the LGBTQ gay agenda, oh, this and that, right? And I'm like, it's just unfortunate, you know? How do you guys feel like as queer people, like, when you hear people say, oh, the gay agenda, the this and that? I feel like that's unfair.
I feel like there is a lot of like, where I feel like we take one step forward into like, okay, and then one thing could happen, like you said, and it just takes 20 step backs when it's like, sometimes you guys are focusing on the wrong thing. And it's like, I hate that where people are like, oh, like the drag queens are like the whole pedophilia and all that stuff. But it's usually the people who are saying that is like, the call's coming from inside the house, baby. Because the church ain't perfect. And that's what I'm saying.
Period.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be honest, I be on Twitter and I've seen a lot of these people that get caught up for filing, and youth pastors, police officers, Catholic priests, fathers. I have yet to see a drag queen.
Yep. Period.
I have yet to see a drag queen. It's not to say there's not a outlier, but in my feed, I'm not seeing a drag queen that's going into the places where there's little children and trying to pursue them.
Yeah. And I think too, like in situations like that, like let's say it was a woman and her nip slipped, like it would be all over the place of like, oh, look at this, look at that. And I feel like when it's in a situation like that, like they just find a way to nitpick at it instead of just being like, well, I'm pretty sure that was an accident.
Yeah.
You know, like I doubt this person just came out and was like, let me show everyone my junk. Like nobody, that's embarrassing to them as it is to, you know, whoever was around. So I feel like it's also like kind of like misogynistic to when women kind of have those exposures like that's all over the place and that's like on them and whatever. And like here it's just more damning and being like, oh, well, what the fuck?
I just feel like it's unfair. Like it's unfair because I think exactly what you said. Now we got to take 3 steps back.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it was a total depiction of something else. Now that moment, and I don't know. And the worst part is I don't know if he didn't know because there were some really tight. I really want to find so we can like take a look at it and you guys can see. I'm like, let me see if I can fucking find it. I swear, save that shit. Just so
that is so embarrassing though. At the opening of the Olympics, like why?
Yeah.
Out of all the moments it could have came out.
I know.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna call it the Ball Olympics, bitch.
No, literally. I'm like, where the
But it
fuck
does
is it
suck.
at? I'm like, oh, it's pissing me
Like
off.
nobody told him, like girl, like
Right?
like tuck, like do something, like
Or they didn't have like a costume kind of rehearsal of like, okay,
Yeah.
let's make sure everything's in place
Yeah.
and nothing's coming out anywhere.
exactly.
Right.
Oh wait, I think this is. Or here it is.
Or it could have been a stunt where they want to be talked about.
Yeah.
It could be any of
Yeah.
that.
So this is. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It doesn't give like.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Bitch.
That's
Those things are thinging. He's over here playing jingle bells, bitch.
Jingle
Yeah.
bells,
Really?
jingle all the way.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't give accident because
No.
it's tight.
yeah. No, you can tell when they're out like that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, man, like you just had to take a moment because what France was trying to demonstrate. I'm like, should I screenshot this and this to Saul? I'm like,
I'm the new editor,
Oh,
baby
too?
girl.
Okay, that's
If
too.
you guys please don't complain about the editing because I'm still learning.
she's just a girl.
Hey.
She's just a girl trying
just
out
a
here.
girl.
No, I wanted to when you were talking about procrastination. I was like, oh my gosh, that's me because I
Oh,
procrastinate
wait.
so hard. What?
Okay, fake news.
Breaking news, guys.
Someone just said that a video close up on the performer shows that it's actually a cut in the stockings revealing skin on the leg. So it's not his actual balls. It's just that the stocking, when it tears up and you just get like that little bulge out.
Let me see that.
Yeah.
Take a
But
second
it
look.
looks like
Oh my god, that's so real though. It
Yeah,
literally
okay,
looks
take a
like
look
now.
now that I said that.
Yes, I see it now.
We're sheep.
Oh
We
my
fall
God.
into it right away.
Because I was thinking, there's no way he's wearing that outfit and he's not
Bring
tucked.
back gay rights.
But there's no way he has that big of a ball sack.
That's what I'm like, hey, you never know. They're French.
Period, honey. But I'm like, even the outfit that he's wearing, he has to be like tucked or wearing tight.
And there's
That's
no way he
what's up
didn't
with the
feel
underwear.
the breeze.
Yeah.
Like, come
he's just throwing them
on.
out there, like.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
I can see
Okay.
it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm looking at him like,
But look at our
okay.
sheep asses. We were like, yeah, those are balls.
Literally.
Those are balls if I've ever seen one.
Period. honey.
Yeah.
But see how the story changes? Like they just literally said, "Oh yeah, it's that," and that's it.
But how something can catch fire so fast, and
So
it's
quick.
like I said, you do one thing right and you take 20 steps back because of that, and he's probably gonna be scarred for that for a long time. And it's
Forever.
like people are gonna be like, no, that's not what I saw. That's not what I want my children
Yeah.
seeing. It's like, girl, like you want it to be so bad, like you
Yeah.
wanted the downfall to be so bad. Bitch.
Right.
Like, calm down.
Yeah, and actually, I really respect that France wanted to show that they're secular,
Yeah,
Because I
period.
think in a time right now, right, when we think about, I believe in God. I don't know what your guys' spirituality levels at, but it's just like, we're in the United States. At the end of the day, it's separation between church and state, and I really do like that France was kind of like, we're secular. We're not worried about the religious shit, right? Like, it's just, let's celebrate people and let's not allow religion to be divisive.
Yeah.
So I really like that, but it was different. It was a different ceremony. It was like rock. It started with like Marie Antoinette, her head cut off, and then there goes like a rock band. They're like, and they're like some French like in the back.
Okay.
It's so crazy. It's
Maybe
so
I don't even have to
crazy.
watch it after
I'm
that.
telling you. I'm like, how do we?
What's
I'm
your
like,
that?
how do we take this so we don't fucking hear the music? I'm like, editor.
Okay. No, play it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm like,
I'll learn.
editor's notes. I'm like, let me just show you guys.
You know what though? I
the
did see.
beginning.
I haven't seen the full documentary, but I saw a clip of Celine Dion's documentary where she talks about her whole paralysis and all that. And I saw the clip of her like getting. I don't know what they were doing to her, but she was unable to move her face, and she was just like like screaming in pain without being able to like move her mouth or open her mouth, and like it's so hard to watch. So when I saw her performing, I honestly did cry because it was so beautiful to see, because she had to learn how to sing again. Like, and I feel like when something is so definitive to your person and it just kind of gets taken away, for her to be able to overcome that, it was so beautiful. And being one of the greatest singers like of all time,
Ever,
it's amazing to see like the power that, like the strength that the human body really has to overcome that. I want to watch it. I'll watch and then I'll come back and tell you guys about it. But oh my gosh, when I saw that clip, it was so painful to watch, because like knowing, you know, like seeing like family members that I've had be sick and kind of imagining what she's going through, like it just tore my heart to pieces. So she came out, like I saw a lot of videos of her fans after her performance and they were giving her roses and she was just crying. Yeah, it was really beautiful.
It's like giving me chills.
Literally, like I'm tearing up, and I'm like, oh my god, like I want to watch it now.
Yeah.
Because she just, well, how long ago did she come out with a documentary? Not that long ago. Right?
No, it's pretty recent, because like even her singing at the Olympics, it was the first time she had
shocked,
performed. Yeah.
I thought they said she couldn't sing anymore.
She learned. She literally learned how to. I think she talked about it in an interview not too long ago, and she says like I had to find my singing voice again.
Wow.
The power of our body, right?
Yeah, literally built to survive, to overcome.
She's a survivor. Shout out to Celine.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because just like you're saying, her whole identity is being a singer, right? One of the, if not the best singers. And imagine they take that away from you. It's like you. What do you think is something that defines you?
That defines me? Wow. I would honestly...
That they took away and it, like you would have to like, you know, recalibrate.
I would honestly say my voice too. Obviously, I'm not a singer, but I think that I'm loud and I'm expressive, and I think my voice is something that I really hold dearly. Because you know how like people are like, what would you rather lose? Like your hearing, your eyesight, or whatever? And I was always like, I don't think I could be a mute. Like I feel like just as me as a person, obviously, you know, God forbid if, you know, anything happens. But like I think that would really, really change everything for me, because I can't imagine shutting the fuck up.
Hey, and we can't either. Oh my god, how about for you too?
I think the same thing. The voice, I think that, you know, make people laugh and stuff like that's like really inspires me to keep going. And I know like I always just say that, like my voice, like I couldn't imagine not having a voice and being silent. Like I wouldn't. I don't know what the hell I would do, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm a yapper, bitch. So take my voice away, like just I'll go away completely. Not
What about you?
I don't know. If they were to take something away from me that I'm good at, I think will be I guess fall back to communicating and my personnel. I feel like I have that good connection with people and I can talk for hours.
Yeah. And see, like even just us that we just are, like you said, yappers, like imagining kind of getting that taken away from you is insane.
Yes.
That's crazy. No, that's really crazy.
What about you, Isis?
I feel like my hair. I feel like if people took away like my curly hair or my eyes. Cause like I always say I have 20/20 vision. Well, actually I have 21/20. Don't ask me about it. Talk to the ophthalmologist. Is that the word? Yeah. The ophthalmologist. I don't even know.
Oh, the optometrist.
Oh, see, I don't even be seeing those people. That's the only thing I don't be seeing because they don't find me in their office. But I feel like my vision or like my hair. Cause I feel like growing up, everyone's always like, oh, even in like when I think about my friends from school, like, oh, I see with the curly hair, you know.
Oh
so
yeah.
I feel like Samson, you know, like take away my hair and you take away my power.
That was me, but my fat ass.
I was gonna say her
Stephanie
butt.
with the fat ass.
Say her butt, but I was like, oh, okay. No, her voice.
No, Lady Gaga has a song called Hair.
Oh, really?
Have you heard it? It's so beautiful,
Okay,
and it's the what?
I still gotta hear it.
Oh, it's so good. Let me play you guys a piece because it's so good. Because I also growing up, I loved my curly hair, and I was always like, I was prone to piojos a lot. So I was always like, oh my god, as an adult, like if I get piojos, I'm shaving my shit. But then I'm like, who would I be without my hair? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'll clip this out.
Okay.
It's a good song, y'all. If y'all want to feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know who I am, listen to Hair by Lady Gaga.
I definitely am. I'm gonna add it to my playlist on my way home. Bitch.
Yes, that album is so good. I love it. She performed too, no? Lady Gaga performed at the
I
Olympics
see, I didn't
too.
watch it. I just watched like those little
Little
clips.
clips?
Yeah, I just watched little
Oh,
clips.
okay. Yeah, she killed it too. I only watched certain parts, but I didn't watch that part.
Yeah.
I'm on me only like watching the ones I like.
Okay, so let me show you guys real quick the thing then. I'm telling you, that shit was, I'll show you guys literally like 5 seconds just so you guys can see the beginning. Hold up. Let me see if you can also see it from their stuff. Okay.
I'm gonna show them. I'll watch it later.
Can you see?
That's
Wait, hold up.
what the.
It's sick.
Oh, well, never mind. I do want to see
I
it.
know.
That's iconic.
But that's sick, right?
Yeah, that is.
Look, look.
That's
I
wild.
did see that. Oh, I
It's
did
like-
see it.
That is so dope.
That's sick.
Yeah, that is.
That's sick. I feel like, that's awesome. Like
Yeah.
they have the, I don't know if it's orchestra or,
Yeah.
instruments, string. I don't know. She's a singer. She knows.
Mm.
I'm just an audience member, but I'm like, it's cool. Like the fucking rock mashed with, again, orchestra or like classical music.
That was dope.
shit's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they knew what the fuck they were doing.
Period.
Literally.
Yeah.
I gotta go home and watch that now
Yeah.
because I start seeing like ads at the Olympics. I'm like, it's already the Olympics again.
Mm-hmm.
The only way I found out was, don't hate me guys, but I saw Skims little collection.
Oh.
I was like, oh, it's the Olympics again, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, shit, that's my news.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, speaking of Kim Kardashian, supposedly like right now there's like an AI thing going around where like she said that she's trans now. And people are
What?
like falling for it too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
my
people and myself
God.
included, like are cheap. Like we don't look more into like what we see for clickbait, and we just assume like, oh shit, that happened. Because it came up to me and I was like, sorry. So then I started looking for it, and then it said like, oh no, this is AI generated, but like
God,
it's like Kim
that's
Kardashian saying like, oh yeah, I'm trans now.
That's
Crazy what AI can do.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary,
Yeah.
scary, scary. Especially like you guys and like us that we put ourselves on the internet. Like literally people could do whatever they want with our faces
Yeah. And our
Literally.
voices.
and our
too.
voices.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it to you guys.
No, it's literally how crazy how just social media in general is. Like they can literally put anything together and make it you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that's super crazy. And then going back to like being cheap, I think we're just lazy. Like we don't
Yeah.
look more into it. We just literally see what we see and we run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take things for face value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Has AI affected the realtor world at all?
Honestly, no, I don't think so. Because we're so old fashioned, we have a lot of laws that we have to follow. As far as like any like virtual tours, that's a thing. But for me, I'm kind of old school and was taught to physically be there, walk your clients to homes, meet at your appointments over the phone. FaceTime is a big thing now where
Yeah.
you meet clients over FaceTime, which is a thing. As far as AI situation is not taken over just yet,
Okay.
but
good.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, it's
scary.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like you say, when it's like people facing roles, that's going to be harder to take away
Yeah.
from AI.
Yeah.
Like even, yeah, you could be a fake, right? Because I saw there's like AI generated content creators. Like if you say like this girl,
What?
Michaela, she's completely computer, I don't know, created.
Uh-huh.
And she's like blue, like she looks like a cartoon. And she's sponsored by Prada, sponsored by
What?
brands,
Oh my
makeup,
God.
and she's literally a computer animation.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, are they're coming for our jobs?
Literally, yeah.
They're be filming podcasts
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm all, can we get her on?
now? We could, but I don't
book
know
her?
what's gonna cost us. Yeah, I'm like,
Literally.
isn't that crazy?
That is so scary.
That is.
No, this world is going like it's super scary. Like literally, you don't know what can come up next.
Yeah.
Like, but me, I'm more personal.
Yeah.
I love to meet my clients in person. I love to see in person. I like to feel, touch, and pretty much feel the vibe. Over the phone is not my thing as much, but I still do it. I like to meet in person.
Yeah. What kind of led you to be a realtor? Like, what was that journey like for you?
So literally, I started when we bought our home. The adrenaline of our journey was something that I enjoyed. Prior to us buying a home together, I had bought several property before, and my experiences were good, but the best one was when we did it together. So that feeling that we both felt when we got our keys for our home is the same feeling that I feel now as a realtor, giving to my clients. Because getting, it's in my heart. Like, I love to help people, and helping people into homes is a big thing for me. So I love that. So what led me to it is our experience.
Wow.
So I wanted to be a part of that journey for a lot of people.
That's awesome. I feel like owning homes is like the biggest goal.
Oh yeah.
That's my goal. I want to have a house by 30 so bad. Like, I'm like, I want to, or
Yes.
maybe a little after 30 because they didn't start saving for that property, you know? But okay, let's say for like for us Latinos, we don't typically have a lot of resources. What do you think are some programs or things that you've seen have helped people become homeowners?
Literally, a lot of people don't know where to start, and that's where I come in, because people say, oh, I have to save all this money, I have to have all this credit, I have to have good credit, I have to do all this stuff. But in all reality, there's so many programs out there that can help you. First-time home buyers, there's grants, there's city grants, there's county grants, there's all kinds of stuff. People, especially in our culture, are afraid. There's even people now that can get homes or into homes with ITINs. And not everybody knows that, but people can buy a home with the ITIN instead of a social.
Wow.
So it's just, I guess, the resources, people not asking for help or not asking the questions about buying a home. So I feel that that's the biggest thing that we're afraid, is by asking, like, what do I need? What do I need to do? Where do I need to go? And we don't do that.
Yeah, that's what's important, to have like realtors who are also Latino, right? So that you could be like, hey, tengo una preguntita.
Exactly.
Even though if you're a little embarrassed, but you don't know what you literally don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about me too, that I'm fluent in Spanish. So a lot of my clientele is Spanish speaking. And ITIN wasn't a thing before, and now it's a thing. Where people can buy a home with an ITIN.
Wow.
So
Dang, you heard that here, Besties? So habla español, can get you wraparound services. You need a sexy maid with a little outfit. Hey,
Hit me up.
let him know. Let him know. No, that's awesome. How about you? How'd you get into your journey of starting social media?
I started doing YouTube in 2016, but just more of like as like an outlet. When I felt like I didn't have anybody, I would just like talk, and I didn't have a big following or anything like that. And then that's what I always say is like God's timing, because I felt like I wasn't in the best mental headspace, and it all led up to my 2021, mental breakdown. So I would just post videos, and I knew I wanted to do something where I wanted to have a voice, let out my creative juices on some platform. And over the years, I was just posting videos, and then it's just crazy how everything, like I said, is God's timing. Like, I got my mental health. Like, everything that I felt like was crumbling down, and eventually picked up. I got like the job of my dreams. I worked for Apple for a long time. Yeah, so I worked there. I was like, oh my God, like if you're the tech world, that's like where you want to be and work your way up. So I was like, oh my God, like I just went through some of the worst times in the first half of the year, and like I got married. I landed a job with Apple, and I just felt like during our first year of marriage, I posted my first TikTok to my first video to TikTok, and it went viral.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's just like one of those hits, but it was like literally like one after the other. I was like, oh, okay. Like, people loved our story. People loved how authentic I was, or both of us. Like, and I was like, oh shit. And then it just started building up from there. And then you just know, going to events, meeting the right people, getting connected, and that's it. And then I'm in December, it was getting too hectic where like I like to give 100% in everything that I do. So when I was calling off on Apple a lot, not showing up to work, that's so uncommon for me to do. Like I like to give 100%. So I decided to, hey, let me explore this a little more. So I made the jump, and that's what I've been doing for the last 7 months, and just doing it. Yeah.
And you're
It
killing
was a crazy thing, because I had never like, even though this is my job, it didn't feel like a real job. It was like, I'm just having fun on the internet, but you can make a career out of it. But taking that jump from like a steady, like you're gonna have a check every 2 weeks, to like, oh shit, like social media is very similar to like real estate, where it's like we're both in very cutthroat careers. Where if he doesn't sell a house, or I don't get a brand deal on my videos or whatever, it can go south really fast.
Yeah.
But I feel like both of us have never played life safe, and I was like, you only live once, baby. Like, go after what you want, because we're only getting older. We're not getting younger, bitch.
Yeah.
So go after it while you can.
Yeah. No, I love that. And when your videos, you're like, we both take risks.
Yeah.
And I think that we're often scared, right, to like take that risk, take that first step. Even like us, right? We're all on social media, putting ourselves out there. There's a lot of things I'm like, oh, I would like to post this, but then I second guess myself.
Yeah.
So what's that thing for somebody if they're like, oh, I want to post this video, like,
Just post
Maybe
it.
I'm not really. Just post it.
Just post it.
Exactly.
Yeah, amárrate los huevos.
Exacto.
And it's crazy because like on this topic, I literally just posted like a TikTok today talking about like how like even though how amazing this career is, like your own boss, how easily you can get lost in this industry. Like, and I felt like I was losing focus on like who I was, our relationship, and it was literally like people don't understand like it's a mental game in this industry. It's very when your physical health now your mental health is not, so they're not going hand in hand together. So like learning to catch yourself at moments where like I don't want to get lost in this. Remember why you started this career. It wasn't for the notoriety or for it to go viral or anything. It's because you were having fun with it. You have a story to tell, and you know I love that both of us have built a community that accepts us both at our highs and both at our lows.
Yeah.
Where I felt like in the past, it's always like Alon always has to be on. So the more I showed myself to be vulnerable, I was like, this is why I do this, because I'm touching a lot of people with both of our stories. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy that we're even on this topic because I literally just posted a TikTok about like how I feel like I'm coming back to my old self and why I like it's good to like humble yourself and remember why you started this.
Yeah.
It's not for any of that shit. Yes, it is a number game, but like don't lose yourself in that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's so cool. I love that. Especially because I think people listening, and I think in this day and age, like it's really nice to hear entrepreneurs just like fully believe in themselves, because I think so many entrepreneurs are coming up, so many social media content creators are coming up, and it's really rare when someone's like, you shouldn't do it. Like it's like in our own space, you know, like it's always like, oh, I've been where you've been, like you know, just keep going, like you know, you're gonna get there. Like I don't think I've experienced any like content creator that was like, oh, well, maybe you should, you know, slow it down or this. It's always like, keep going, keep pushing, keep grinding. Like your moment's going to come. And I think that's really beautiful because it really transcends to, you know, the viewers of like, damn, like if they really believe in themselves, like I could believe in myself.
Yes.
And I just saw a video too of like those people that go up to like, oh, you know, what do you do for a living? And it was a woman, and she was like a millionaire. She just said she was an entrepreneur. And he asked her like, oh, you know, when did you make your first million? And she was like, I was 40 and I'm 43 now. And I was like, 40?
Yeah.
Like I could be a millionaire when I'm 40. Like, you know,
Literally.
like seeing things like that, like it really motivates me because I'm, you know, especially like for like, I don't want to say I'm a millennial, but like Gen Z between millennial kind of age gap, like it's very much like you have to figure it out already. You have to know where you're going, you know, you have to know what you're going to do with your life. And it feels overwhelming because I'm like, I have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't even know what I want. And kind of hearing someone be like, oh, I didn't get it together till I was 40, or I didn't get it together till I was like 50 or something. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I need to relax. Like, the time is going to come. Like you said, like God's timing is perfect. The universe te pone lo que necesitas exactly in the moment that you need it. So it has been very, very like healing to hear people like be so open about that.
Very much that.
Yeah.
And also like how you said, having like in this industry, we haven't met anybody who's like, stop, if it's too much for you, quit. Like, like everybody, that's what I think I love about this industry is like, everyone's like, bitch, I've been there. Like you're going to get through it. And like, they're so welcoming as opposed to like other friends that don't get it, that don't, they just think, and it's crazy when you get in this industry, the friends that you lose too, because they think like, oh, he's just living this glamorous life, bitch. If you only knew what happens like when the cameras aren't on, the mental games, the times that because you work from home, that I'm crying by myself. Like you don't see that, and of course I don't post all of that, but in this industry, like I could literally pick up my phone and call my friend and be like, dude, I'm struggling. He's like, I've been there. This is what has helped me. How everybody, like I said, there's a spot for everybody at the table. Nobody's ever gonna prey on your downfall. At least what I'm thinking right now so far. But for the most part,
Yeah, very much that. We have a lot of experiences that we all like kind of cheer each other up, and if anybody's down, like we normally like pretty much cheer them up, and like we're here for each other, especially in our Mexican culture or whatnot. We push each other and keep going, and it has helped us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember because when you and I were texting, you're like, I'm like, oh, you know, trying to be like, yeah, you're like, everyone has their moment. So I could genuinely feel like the, you know, genuinity, like between you guys and like what you have outward. Because, you know, you didn't really need to say that, and you were very positive, and like speaking to you more and getting to know you more, I can really see that you're truly authentic and who you guys are.
Definitely. Like you really transcend beautiful energy.
Thank you so much.
Especially in relationships. Like I think it's hard to see people in love. Like I think it's very lacking. And for people to be so openly loving to their partner, because people are like, oh, that's cringy, or you're too corny or whatever. So seeing you like, even you were talking and I see you and you're just looking at him like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so cute.
It just makes me so happy how he's just in his element. He loves to talk and It just makes me so happy how he's just so
Yeah.
there.
Oh my God, kiss. Nah.
Do you want to like
Beso.
69 right here?
I'm like, for Patreon.
Link down below, honey. No, but it's crazy that you say that because we do get that a lot where people are like, oh, like you guys, and because we're still new to the industry. Like we've been making videos, but we went to our first event like not that long ago where it's like now we're like getting, but when we meet people, they're like, oh, like you guys actually love each other. Like, because we're at events holding hands or like
Yeah.
dancing with each other, kissing and gassing each other up. And they're like, oh, like you guys, I was like, what do you mean? Like, they're like, you would be surprised, honey. Like, and I'm like, no way. So they exactly what you said. Like, people are like, it's refreshing to see like a couple that not only love each other on camera, but like off camera. It's like, it's not all facade. And that's when we started doing videos where we're like, what you see is what you get. I never want to put a facade onto the camera, and it's like that's not who we are. It's like they're gonna get the real us, or they won't get us at all. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's important to see, it's important to see gay, Latino, also Pacific Islander, right? APAC. Or was it AAIP? Yeah, AAIP, like representation in a relationship, in love, being affectionate, being outward. And it's crazy because I feel like we've been having a lot of like gay guys come on. We had like Danny, you know, our friend.
I love
We had
Danny.
Louis.
Oh, I love Louis.
You know, now we have you guys. So I feel like it's really cool. I mean, we love, obviously for us, we really love getting to highlight all types of people. But especially you guys, like as a couple, I think it's really important to see that because maybe there's a bestie watching us who maybe they're gay or in the closet and thinking about like, oh, I'm never going to find happiness. I'm never going to find love. I'm never going to find someone who's going to love me for me. And it's important to see you guys and be like, actually, maybe I will find my person, you know, and like it will be a journey, but I'll be able to find that. So you guys are like an aspiration for people to look up to.
And even in the straight community of like people being like, I have a lot of friends that are like, oh, my boyfriend's not really affectionate like that. Or like, he doesn't like PDA or he doesn't want to do this. And I'm like, bitch, and you do? And you're just like, oh, well, you know, it is what it is. And I'm like, no, like, I think being openly affectionate is very like much prominent in the Latino community of like, you know, se saludan de beso and like everyone like hugs and stuff, and like it's more American to, you know, shake hands and stuff. So I love seeing people be physically affectionate because I love physical affection. And I hate seeing my friends that are in a relationship that love it and they're like, oh, they're only like that like when it's just me and him. I'm like, what? No, give him a fucking kiss right now. Like, what do you mean?
Someone's putting me on the spot.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I'm not an affectionate person. Yeah, no, I'm not. So I mean, I'm like, whoa, someone should have told me this 10 years ago. Yeah, no.
But in most cases, it's like the
it's a guy,
man that doesn't want to be like holding hands or like just giving a kiss to your like woman in public and stuff. Like I know a lot of people like that, and it irritates me.
Were you guys' families like growing up? Like I always, I don't know if it's weird, but were you guys' families like very affectionate to you? Like was your like brothers and sisters, were you guys like hugging and saying I love you like all the time, like? Or was it more like you show your love by actions, or how was it growing up for you guys?
Me and my little brother were always affectionate. My dad wasn't like, he didn't deny affection, but he was also not gonna come up and like hug you. Sometimes they never denied affection, and I see that a lot where like guys can't hug their dad because they're gonna be like weirded out. My dad wasn't weirded out, but he also wasn't initiating on it. But he would like hold my mom's hand and do all that. But I feel like I was always affectionate, so even if someone didn't give me affection, I was still gonna hug you and I was still gonna kiss you. Like I love kissing, and like even I know it's like kind of not accepted, but I'm a big believer, like if you're my friend, I want to hold your hand. Like even it doesn't, to me, hand holding is not a relationship thing. Like even if you're a guy, like I want to hold your hand because I feel safe with you, and like it's just like a loving kind of form of affection to me. So I never knew if someone was affectionate or not because I was gonna give them affection regardless.
I love that.
Yeah.
I really, really love that. I always say that because like I feel like a lot in the Latino community is like, I don't know, like some people think it's like there's no affection until I met like Ruben's family. Even my little sister, it's funny how you say like you're like your sibling. I think my little sister's the one who like broke that, where now we're all saying I love you and I hug you. My little sister, like I used to think like, girl, get off me, you're annoying. But she's the most sweetest person and she's so affectionate.
Yeah,
like she'll just throw her body on you and just want to talk about your day. And I'm like, girl, you're too much. But now I'm like, I love that now. And
Yeah.
now I feel like because of her, I've passed down, like, I hug my friends and I hold my friends' hands, or like, I tell them I love them, and all of our friend group, like, we just go behind each other, like, dude, like, I love you. And it's like, and they're all men. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, even seeing that from men do that to each other, it's just like, just showing their appreciation. I'm not saying like we're all making out or anything,
Right.
but like, unless.
Can I come to your guys' party?
But like, showing that affection is like needed in today's days. Like, telling your friends that you love them and that you're here for them is everything.
Yeah. And even like hugs, like I make it a thing, like 20-second hugs, because that's when you release the chemicals that you need from your brain. Yeah. And like my little brother, same thing. Like I don't hug my older brother, but just because we have had like my older brother's just really he does not like
different.
it. Yeah. But my little brother, like if we fight, like when we make up, we're like, okay, like let's give each other a hug, like whatever. Like that's how we know, like, okay, we're okay. If we can physically like touch each other again and be like, okay, like we things are better. So I'm a huge advocate for physical touch, because I don't give a fuck, you're gonna hug me.
Yeah.
Like 20 seconds is a long time.
It
I give you
is.
10.
I'm like,
No, it really is, and it's uncomfortable. You get
I'll
to
hug
a
her
point.
for 20 seconds.
No, you
On
get to a point
Patreon.
where it's uncomfortable.
You're all naked.
I'm rubbing her. I'm like, 1, 2.
I'm all Mississippi at 1. Mississippi. No, it is. It's awkward, and most people will like let go around like 7 seconds, and I'm like, nope. Like we're gonna stay here, and it's uncomfortable. And then after a while, you kind of just like, okay, like, and then you'd like lean into each other. So I challenge you guys to hug somebody for 20 seconds.
Love that.
Oh.
We're gonna start doing
I
that.
challenge Rex to go up to Isis and hug her for 20 seconds.
I can hug him for 20 seconds.
Or a little bit more.
Or more. I can hold a few things.
No, but his side is very affectionate. I think that's another, like, on your side, like, you guys all, like when I noticed, like, when your sister talks to me, like, she'll hold my hand and talk to me. I'm like, oh, what the heck? Like, at first I was like, girl, like, but then, like, I'm getting used to it. Like, oh, just because, like, my family is like that, not everybody's family is like that. So, but now I get to bring that back to my family, and now I get to break those curses where it's like, no, bitch. Like you said, I'm gonna go hug you. I don't care.
Yeah.
For 30 seconds an hour. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. But
Is your, what side of your family is Filipino?
my dad's side.
Your dad? Okay. So you identify more like Mexican? Because they always say like your mom is kind of like that driver, right?
Yeah, but Filipino is very similar to a
think
Mexican.
so too. Like, can you sing?
Yes.
Oh my god!
I can't sing right now because my voice is gone.
Okay. Subscribe to our Patreon for Amy Winehouse, Sam Smith rendition.
But that's very popular in the Filipino culture, is to do karaoke.
Yeah.
They love Celine Dion, huh? And that Beyonce song, which one is it? Fuck, they say this is like the Filipino national anthem. It's like a Beyonce song. Why can I not think of it right now? It's like a song where she has like a lot of like
Vocals?
yeah. I'm like every song has
Halo?
vocals. Halo? Wait.
Oh, is it that
It's
one
from
that?
I Am Sasha Fierce.
Is this the one that goes like the rundown song where they do that big old riff and it goes down?
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
a big song. It's like no, listen.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah, they say that's like the Filipino national anthem. I don't know if it's true. It's what I saw on TikTok. Okay? But yeah, no, that's good. It's really nice. I think like having that family who's there, and because I think for me it's like a bit of both. It's weird. Like my nuclear family, like my mom, my sisters. My mom was not affectionate. My sisters, not really, because they were all older than me, so they were you know, we would be beefing. But I feel like my other family, they are affectionate. Like my grandma, my tias, it just wasn't like in my nuclear. So I didn't grow up, and in my family, there's not a lot of marriages either. So I never also saw like a relationship. So I couldn't like, you know, to me it was cringy. I'm like, I remember even before like my man, and I was dating in high school, I had this boyfriend, and he would try to hold my hand. I'm like, you're gonna hold my hand in public? I'm like, we could do that in the hallway. Wait for late to class and nobody's there. Yeah, like I was super anti like PDA. Maybe it'll change. I don't know. I think I've changed now. Like I'm more affectionate. Yeah, I've definitely been more affectionate like in the last year.
You're working on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. You know, well, we'll see. Yeah.
Tune in next week to see if Isis kisses Rex.
Hey, I'll tell you guys if I have a 20-second hug.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, besties, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. We've really enjoyed this conversation with you guys.
I know you
Honestly,
guys are
it's a vibe.
amazing.
Yeah.
You guys made us feel so comfortable. Like I
Yes.
said, you guys took away our pudginity.
Hey.
So like, yeah, thank you guys for having us.
That's it. Well, let us know where can the besties find you?
You guys can find me everywhere on Alon Timoteo V, especially on Feet Finder Girl. Find me there, honey.
Hey, pay
No, I'm
the
just
fee.
messing.
I was like, for real, because I'm not even joking, y'all. I really want to get into it.
Same girl, same.
Because I'm
You guys can do it. You
sorry.
guys have a following.
No, literally, I'm like, yo, I'm all, let me hit him.
Nothing for free, mama.
Yeah.
Nothing for free.
I want to say my feet are kind of cute, so
They're cute.
Let
It's
me know,
just
y'all.
red nail polish in
Oh,
case y'all wonder.
Stop! Don't look at my
Yeah.
pedicure right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can find me on all social media, Ruben Hernandez V.
Yes. We'll be linking down their pages down below, besties. So make sure you guys check them out. Laugh. They be cooking up some real good shit. They got their own podcast, Bedheads, too. So stay tuned. Be on the lookout. You want to find me? All Things ISIS, 3 L's, because I ain't taking another motherfucking loss.
And you can find me at Steph's Got Milk. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this episode. Send this to your mom, to your grandma, to your sisters, to your cousins, whoever you want, besties. But thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, I have to be
That was
so
great.
bad.
Okay,
That
before
That was
we-
so much fun.
That was
I
fun.
loved it.